I'm like, it seems like it's kind of out of my way. Like, let's go get coffee. I don't even like coffee.
Yeah, I don't even
that.
like that.
You can go get a water.
Yeah, don't really want to go get dinner because it's like, none of this is nothing I can eat.
Nothing I can eat.
During prep, it's like automatically a no.
Oh, me. Welcome back. It's the Grind Time Podcast. It's your boy, Matt J, Gerard. And we got this week, Bryson, another Olympus goer, the dungeon house, and everything else on us with us this week, man. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Pretty sick. I
No
like the
problem.
setup. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, yeah. We enjoy bringing people on and everything else that are actually in the fitness industry out here. You're at the gym, you know, you've seen a lot, know a lot, and everything else, man. And
Dude, I've been around forever, man. Like, since I was like 16. Well, I'm 22 now, so not too long, but I've been around for a long time, I feel.
You've been at Olympus longer than I have.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of crazy.
I've been at Olympus, like, going on this July will be 3 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy we've only known each other for like a year now.
Yeah, well, it's funny because, you know, we can't even say his name anymore, but like that's how we got pulled together is that company. Yeah, we were coached by the same guy, so that's how I got working for Olympus, too. I've only worked there for this last February would have been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm coming up on 7, 8 months, something like that. No.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Because
Sounds
you
fine.
started right before your first show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a super late prep
Yeah.
start.
oh, that's nice. I've been at a part of Olympus and stuff like that, going there for a good minute now that I think about it, because we had one in Chevyville. A lot of people, I've already said this several times, but we had one in Chevyville. That's how I met Sean and everything else. So I would, every now and then, like the events would go down, they would be over there. So I would go over there and be there and stuff like that and stuff. So
How long ago was that?
so it had to be like 2014, 15, something like that. Because
Okay,
when I was
yeah.
in high school and everything else going into college and stuff. So it had to be.
Like I said, it's been one
14
Olympus for a
through-
while now. We had 4, I think.
Yeah.
4 at one point. Now it's down to just the one.
Just the one, yeah.
Yeah.
There was 2 in Murfreesboro, wasn't it? I think 2.
Something like that. And then
Wasn't there one on not Broad?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was Gold.
Church Street. Was it Church
Yeah,
Street?
Church Street,
One
yeah.
off Church, yeah.
I never went to that one, but
Yeah.
I heard about it.
I didn't know anything about Olympus until I was like 19 or something. I was at an invite-only gym in Manchester. And I'm from Nashville. I grew up in Nashville in the city.
Right.
And so I was driving from Nashville to Manchester. And then I needed somewhere closer for like accessory work because I was powerlifting at the time.
Yeah.
And then they were like, why don't you stop at Olympus? And I go and it's in a movie theater. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do we, like, what do
What gym?
what do
It
I
doesn't-
do? Yeah, I was like, what do I
when
do?
When you look at it first, it's almost like you only have 2 reactions. Either like, this is really sketchy, or it's like, oh, like, this is kind of dope. Like,
This is
old
sick.
school.
Yeah, like the first, I had to like
Yeah.
learning how to like walk through it and like find everything because I don't know, but I didn't get a gym tour. I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
They were like, here's a day pass and like good
Yeah, I
luck.
was like, I didn't get one either.
Yeah.
I don't
They
think about
sent
it.
me out there. They're like, good luck. You'll find your way. And then I guess they hope I come back. Yeah. Things are different now. We give good tours and
Yeah.
whatnot, but
Different times.
different. Yeah, dude. I guess those are like the dark times or something
Hey.
because they sent me in there with a.
Hey, it's almost like jumping in the pool, you know? You're like, you never, you
You
figure
gotta
it out.
figure it out. Yeah,
you
just
know?
dude, start kicking. You'll make it.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes that is the best way to learn. Even with me like detailing cars and stuff like that. The first time I ever did it with somebody helping my boy out, like I was cleaning my car all the time. He walked over, he's like, hey, so-and-so didn't show up today. You think you can help me? I'm like, he's like, I see you over here all the time. You hang out with us. You know how I do it. Come on. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I'll help you. Did 15 cars the first day.
He's
So
good
it was
luck.
like we got
Yeah,
thrown
he's
to
like,
the
good
wolves
luck.
and everything else. You're either going to figure it out and stay around, or you're just going to get out of here now because you're like, I can't handle this. They don't even. So, but you bringing that up and everything else, mentioning you needed another place closer and stuff, talking about, living in Nashville, we'll start there and everything else, like your come up and everything, growing up and stuff, where you're from.
Yeah, for sure. From Nashville, born in the city. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, we'll go rolling into from Nashville, born in the city, like probably like 10 minutes outside of the city, like outer Antioch, like just dog shit area. Like over 5. That's where we're from. And we came out to Murfreesboro. I moved out here 2 years ago. A year. So yeah, I've been here at the Olympus 3 years. I moved out here 2 years ago.
Okay.
With a girl.
How
That's how it starts, yeah.
I'm still here. Like, yeah, I'm still I'm still kicking it. I'm still good. But that's how I got to Murfreesboro. Just conveniently, moved closer to the gym. So I didn't work for him or anything at the time.
Okay. It will be the female sometimes for us. That
Yeah, it's like MTSU's up here. She's a student, and then like my mom was already moving up here. It's like, all right, we might as well go too. And then that just like it hit, it exploded. And so now I live in Murfreesboro, but I like it. It's cool. Yeah, it's better than Nashville, a lot better.
It worked out for the better for you. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right.
that might not have been to be, but you're now where you need to
I've
be.
got a cool ass job at Olympus. That's
Exactly. You can't.
Sean's
beat
gonna
that.
watch that. He's gonna know. Yeah, I gotta do that.
We'll clip that just
Yeah,
for
just
two
for him.
minutes.
Yeah.
Make sure to tag. Yeah, I can't remember his Instagram's like Barbara Rosa or something. Yeah, yeah, the best gym in the South.
Oh yeah, the
Mecca,
Mecca,
baby.
the Mecca.
The Mecca,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. It's funny, like talking to people. Like if I travel, like people that have heard of Olympus, like I've seen it on like old, because Brandon, when he would train, before he was Mr. Olympia, it was just old like grimy clips of him in this super dark, no lighting dungeon looking gym, and it was the old school Olympus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so many. It's like, yes, like for people around here, it doesn't feel like it's the biggest thing. But if you go outside of the sphere of the people that work out and everything else, that's the one place.
Like old school bodybuilding heads know what it is.
Yeah.
Like the new generation of kids, like TikToks. I say as if I'm not part of that new generation, but like the new, like the TikTok kids that got into it in the last like 2 or 3 years, they have no idea. But it's like the old school guys. Because if you look on the wall, like we've had, I mean, the amount of like pros that have come in and out of Olympus, it's pretty noteworthy.
Yeah, somebody that's like out of town, they'll be like, "Where do you go?" "Oh yeah, I go to Olympus." They're like, "You mean where Brandon Curry is?" Like, yeah,
Yeah.
And like
That's
obviously
me, yeah.
for us, we're just like, yeah, it's just a normal day. Like, oh my god, you've probably seen him. Like I
Dude,
saw him
yeah, it's like-
yesterday. Like it's
yeah.
a casual day, you know.
Dude, he said he
But-
liked my shorts the other day. So yeah, I know Brandon. That's right. Yeah, first
Yeah.
name basis.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I get the head
feel like
nod.
we're
You
all
know,
are,
you know?
He calls me buddy sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like I know he knows who I am.
So it was like,
Yeah.
he pulled up to our booth at the expo last year. You know, like we had a whole convo and everything else, and like,
I remember that one. It wasn't the expo, but it was the year before when they had like the workshop at Olympus.
Yeah.
And he was there to take the picture with us. So many people hit up like my mentions. They were like, "Bro, you took a picture of Brandon Curry? Oh my gosh!" And I'll be honest, at that time, I think it was the first time I met him. I hadn't even gotten on stage, thought about going on stage yet. And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's your name?" I was just like, I'm just thinking normal swole guy that's, at the gym. I see him on the posters, whatever. And then you go, "Bro, that's Brandon Curry."
To this day,
that's the
dude,
road, dog.
I was just like,
That's the
"Oh,
road.
okay. Well,
it's been
nice to
like,
meet you."
because he's been back at Olympus for I think like 6 months now, and I'll still be like, "What's up, Brandon?" He's like, "What's up, man?" And like if he forgets who I am, because he definitely does, I'll look at the camera again for that one. He was like, he'll be like, "What's up? I'm Brandon Curry." I'm like, "I know." Like, yep, that's. Yeah, he'll shake, but he's as nice as can be. It's
Nicest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I even watch him give advice and everything else. Like, speaking of that, me cracking the jokes about the expo and stuff, and he was literally on the phone call, and he's like, "Man, my bad." I'm like, "No, I actually just wanted to be a fly on the wall for that conversation." I'm like, that was like helping somebody else and stuff like that at that time. Like they wanted to quit sports, and he was just having that talk, like look at it this way and everything else instead of just you playing sports and everything. And it's like, all the life lessons and everything else you've gained from it. Like, why quit now and just finish out, the high school career or
just
something
stick
like that.
with it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Right. Just finish it on out and everything else. No reason to quit now. And when you put all this in, all this time, the whole summer and everything else at that time. And you're just like, I needed that convo more than anything. Hold on.
I know that kid still quit. Yeah, I know that kid still quit. Other than me, yeah.
Hey, but sometimes if it ain't there, it ain't there. Like if that drive ain't there, you're almost doing yourself a disservice.
That's
at some
me, man,
point.
dude. I've done every strength sport that there is. I've done everything. Like I've
Speaking of that, yeah, what all the different sports? I did see, all the powerlifting and stuff like that. Like, what all have you done in the?
So I started in powerlifting when I was like 15, 16. So I started there, and then that got me into competitive powerlifting, so doing my first meet. And then that switched to equipped powerlifting. So I don't know if y'all are familiar, like the bench shirts and all that stuff. Yeah. People, it's like the most hated on, aka the most hated on aspect of strength, equipped lifting. Landon's gonna see this and pick on me for it, but yeah. So I did that. That's where I spent most of my time. Was like multiply powerlifting, and then I got into strongman. I did a strongman show. With y'all had Danny on here, didn't you? Yeah, she was actually, I met her. She would have no idea who I am, but I met her when I was like 17 doing my first strongman show because we used to train at the same gym in Nashville. Yep. And then
Small world.
Yep. Strongman got me into bodybuilding because I was 18, like 235, 240. And I was like, I want to see what it's like to be lean. So I hired my first coach. I quit within a week. Like I got my first diet plan. And I was like, dude, I saw it was like chicken, olive oil, and broccoli. I was like, fuck this. And I was like, dude, I'm out. I'm done. So I fired that guy. And then I went right back to powerlifting, right back to strongman. And then I got into equipped powerlifting again, really heavy. And like I competed there for about a year and a half, 2 years, up until I was 21. And then I got to my heaviest body weight of 278 after pushing for just strength. And then I was like, I want to know what it's like to get lean. So I hired, again, Platinum Built. I hired him. And then we got rolling, and I got diced. So that was cool.
Yeah, you were like, got to this point, I think it was maybe June, July?
I was 3 weeks out. And I knew the whole time, like, I probably wasn't going to do a show. But, like, when people ask you, are you going to do a show? Of course I'm going to lie and say yes. Like, yeah, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show.
Especially at Olympics, it's almost like a daily conversation.
But it's like competing isn't what I like. I like training. I like experiencing all different types of strength. I'm not big on, I don't think I'll ever step on stage, or I doubt I'll do another powerlifting meet. I enjoy more so just training and like seeing other people get ready.
Yeah.
I am with you 1,000%.
Like, dude, I left before here. I was at Panda Express. I was like, I'm not in like I'm not in bodybuilding mode like at all. Like I still like.
You, oh my god, dog.
Yeah, dude. I stay like I'm in good shape. I've got like I'm not fat, so we're good. As long as that's going on, I'm good. That's all I need.
For me, I'm like
I see the pizza boxes right there. It's like I know you're in the same.
So we had like friends over. None of them bodybuilding at all. Like I was just like, let's all have a good time.
Pizzas.
Like, don't feel like you need to do anything different.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here, so I had a couple slices of my.
Oh yeah, it's off season.
But it does bring me to like because I'm still like 50-50. Like if you ask me I wake up this morning, I'm like, last night was really fun. I don't think I wanted to go ever back on a show again. And then I walk into Olympus and you just see somebody that you know doing a stage show, and you're like
Sean's my boss, and Sean's diced year round.
And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I want to get on stage. Like,
Landon, Landon's my best friend. He's again just different level of like strength and as an athlete in general.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's my daily training partner. It's like, fuck, maybe I do need to do a show. Like maybe,
right.
It's like you'll get the itch, but like as soon as you walk in that gym, it's like
I can place third. I can do it. Like I got this. I can do it. I've been to plenty of shows. I've been around it all. It's just I don't think it's something I'm ever gonna do.
Yeah.
I'll get lean again probably. Like I enjoy that process, but now I got to worry about like, do I want to do it by myself? Like find another coach? Do I want to pay a coach? It's just it all kind of adds up,
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I mean, that's
right now I'm just like hybrid. I'm just doing like, before I tore the pec, which I guess we'll touch on in a little bit. That was sick. Highlighted my month so far. Tore the pec. I was doing just like power lifts with like bodybuilding accessory stuff.
I feel like that is kind of where I'm at and everything else with it too. It's like I enjoy the working out, doing it all, and having fun, going to the shows, helping people, get right and stuff like this as well. But I might do one show. That's how I look at it. I might just do one show.
You gotta get you one
and done.
That's how I feel, because like I've been around the industry for my whole life, because my step uncle, he trained at Westside Barbell, which is a gym in Ohio. And so he had I was always around big guys. On my dad's side, all of his brothers were athletes. My dad was an athlete. My brother growing up was a football player. One of my uncles, my dad's side, he was a bodybuilder in Texas. That's like bodybuilding. That's like all capital bodybuilding. And he was always big. And one of my cousins is an Olympic weight coach. Because I've literally only been around, and all my mom's like cousins and nephews and stuff, they're all big country strong guys. So I'm stuck here. So I'm not going anywhere. I can't. Right. I can't take up field hockey or anything. I'm in the weight room. That's where I'm going to be. So I feel like maybe one day I'll do a show. But like, have you had like pancakes? Like, have you had?
Yeah.
Like, dude, have you had?
I've had pancakes and.
That's what I'm saying, Gerard.
I can remember the last time I had a pancake though.
That sucks.
Yeah. No, but I don't think it's. I just don't think like when I'm thinking about breakfast. I just don't think. I don't know why I don't think about pancakes. I'm thinking like even off season, I'm like, I'm gonna get like cereal or like.
Man, that sucks.
Or like a sausage biscuit or something.
Your mouth's wrong. Like your taste buds are off. Yeah,
because they are.
Yeah, like dude, you're so desensitized. The only time,
maybe that's what
you're
it
just
is.
Like,
unless. Okay, I'm more of a waffle guy too. So like Waffle House is more like my.
That's fair. I mean, we're also Waffle House they're open at 3 a.m.
Yeah. That's usually after a long night out.
I'm thinking full course breakfast. We talking about it. We got the bacon, we got eggs, we got pancakes, waffles, cinnamon rolls, and stuff like this. Like we're going full on out. All the carbs, like biscuits and gravy. Like come on,
dude. You put that in front of me. Bodybuilding means nothing. Good. Like, dude, you put that in front of me. It means nothing right now. But when I am like locked in and peeled. I'm numb to like, I'm kind of like, it's just fish, rice, chicken, rice. There's no, like for my last, I guess we'll call it like prep loosely. I think we did a whole like 16 weeks, like no cheats, no refeeds, which granted, it's not that long, but like in your mind, that's like,
It feels like forever.
Dude, it's forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's still 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I want to diet as hard as you can. Like I want to do I'll give me the most extreme version or else I'm going to slack off. And
Yeah.
he threw that fucking book right at me. He did not, he did not hesitate. Yeah. He did not hesitate.
Oh, me, that is priceless.
To me, it's McDonald's. That's the only thing that'll make me.
I remember that. You
Yeah,
said the
it's the only.
first, like,
Everybody was like at the show was like, "What are you gonna get? You're gonna get like a steak?" I was like, "Fuck a steak." I'm like, "Give me McChicken, 3 McChickens. I'm
Know what
good."
G wants.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give me 3
everybody
McChickens,
knows.
yeah.
People were like, "Really?" And I was
Yes,
like, "Yeah."
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Dude, yeah. You spent $6. The posts are $48. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going all out here. I don't need nothing crazy. Give me the trash, junk food, whatever you want to
I'm
call
good.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
give me
here
something,
for it.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
McDonald's, bro. I'm here for it.
I'm pretty sure if I got off stage, whatever you hand me, I'm gonna eat. Like it's gonna eat. I'm gonna eat it. Yeah.
It's going to feel like the best thing ever.
Yeah, it was
But-
fun. I'd like to do that again though. Getting lean.
I don't
It's
think
cool.
I could eat like a donut or something right off the stage though.
I think I just get sick.
Yeah, I feel like it
think
would just-
I give it instantly to make me sick.
Yeah. I feel like it just kind of slow. You know, you kind of get a little lightheaded when you
And
have
like
too much
too-
sugar,
yeah.
especially if you're coming off the stage too, and you have like nothing in your system. So when I see people eating like donuts, I'm like, how are they doing this?
From y'all shows, most of the time, people the first thing they want is like a bottle of water or just
Yeah.
like a Powerade or Gatorade or
Yeah.
something just to get fluid back in your system.
Right.
Right.
Which makes total sense. I mean, you're
Yeah.
all
You're
day. You've like
dehydrated.
You've mostly dehydrate. Yeah.
I don't know if you've done shows, but like the protocols, it's like before you get on stage, it'll be like 3 Lay's potato chips, sip of water. It's like, fuck, dude, it's 9 a.m. right now. It's like, dude,
That's all I get.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's 9 a.m.
What time I go on stage again?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
no.
Yeah, that's why when, after prejudging at Knox, like you remember you drove me back to the hotel. I literally passed out because I hadn't drank much water that day. Like, that morning after
Did you go like you
prejudging.
pass out?
Like I was like,
Oh, yeah.
like not like I was like ready to go to sleep. Like,
Okay, I thought you meant like you went unconscious.
I was just
on
so
it, yeah.
tired. I was
Yeah.
just like,
She was asleep in my car.
yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing,
And,
yeah.
it was not even a 5-minute drive, and I was already like,
hands all rubbed off and everything. Like, damn it, yeah.
In the passenger seat, I didn't even think. I'm like, cut the cold air on and everything else. I'm like, he's about to be on out. I went and picked up food, got back in the car,
Yeah.
drove back to where he was supposed to be at and everything
Shake
else.
awake,
too.
like,
Like, all right, bro, we here.
Yeah, you gotta get on stage now. Yeah,
We back at the hotel. You can
dude,
go
that's
chill,
the
you can
worst
go lay
thing to
down.
hear waking up. It's like, dude, you gotta go get on stage.
yeah.
It's like, fuck.
I think at that point I was just like, we got the finals, let's get it. Like,
Dude, yeah.
I was like, if
What
I
did
don't
you-
move, I
what did
can't
you
mess
place
anything
there?
up. I won all my classes, and then the overall was
Because
where.
you didn't compete. I mean, I know you're drug free, but you didn't compete drug free, did you? You did open.
Yeah, I did open.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. I remember that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I didn't want any type of he's natural, he's doing all the just natural show. I don't want I wanted to be like, oh, he's in there with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you went
Like-
up against some good guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I can live with whatever result. Obviously, I'm trying to win. Obviously, like I'm
Yeah.
a competitive person, but I don't want to like he's natural. He's only beating natural guys. Like
Yeah.
I don't want none of that. I want to be like, oh, okay.
He
Wants to go with everybody.
He gets to be
Alright.
here. Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I told him he should just go win all the natural shows, collect them bags real quick, and
Take
then
'em, yeah.
take on
Yeah.
them people. It's just
I'm
like,
not gonna lie. She
build
that
up
would
that
have made a
hype.
lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's like up here, it's cool being like, okay, because it's like, that's the thing. I've seen it happen. Again, I can't speak on it too much because I haven't competed myself, but like I've been around it enough, and especially working for Olympus, and I worked for Dustin. It's like I've seen so many. I've been to so many shows at this point.
Yeah.
Especially OCB shows, like that card. It's cool to get the OCB Pro card, but then you get home, it's like fuck.
Cause just like
Not an IFBB Pro card though, and then that's where it really starts to spark.
yeah.
That's where you can only do so many OCB shows. Where it's like, man, I kind of want to do like
I want to see
a
what this
big
next.
show. I want to do the big one. Yeah, I want to do the big one.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I think
get
OCB
it.
is great though, especially for like your first show. It was
Yeah.
you, Sarah, Carly, Ariel. All the like I think that was a good like starting point. Like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
And then you get into NPC, and that's where it gets. I think it's so much harder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like everything is like.
I mean,
It's
you've seen
it's
it
everybody.
firsthand. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a totally different environment. OCB, it's kind of like they kind of like hold your hand, like, do you go up here? Oh,
Yeah.
NPC, like, again,
NPC,
like
they're like-
They
they're
throw
like-
you to the wolves.
Yeah,
dog.
They're like court turn. Let's go. Like
if you're not in line, you're just
you're
not on
getting.
stage.
You're
yeah, it's like, yeah, you're
They're
not.
not gonna
like-
come find you.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not
they're-
on stage. You
yeah.
just gotta watch. That's it.
Yeah, you just if you're not on stage,
if that tan comes
SOL.
off, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, fill it in with a marker or something.
Yup. Oh, me, but saying that, like, it is, and it's a great place for people to begin at. 1,000%. Just start there and everything else and go from there. It doesn't matter what you want to do and stuff. It's like, I don't see how some people just be like, oh, I'm hopping right into it. I'm going to do this big NPC show. And I'm like,
whew.
You're setting yourself up, for failure, really.
I saw that last year with Night of Champions. Everybody wanted to do Night of Champions. I'm like, that's a fucking ginormous show.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Right.
yeah.
There's some people that are doing Night of Champions that's like their fourth Night of Champions.
They're like, this is
And-
like, they've been doing this since they were like, I don't know, 18 years old. And
They had it booked on their schedule last year.
Last year, after they got off stage.
They stepped off
Like,
stage last year and like, all right,
I did,
2024,
yup,
Night of
when is the
Champions, I'm going
date?
to be there.
Let me put it all in and everything else. Tell my coach and everything. Whereas you just like, oh yeah, I saw this show the other
looks
day.
fun.
I want to do it.
So some like coach himself guy, like no coach guy, will get up there and be like, "This sucks." Yeah, that's
And just ruin it for you. But wrapping back to the Knoxville show, G, I still think you should have won that overall. That dude was sweating off his tan, couldn't have the cardio to keep up. Just because he was bigger does not mean you always win. Like he was not hitting.
I
the
think I
posts
remember
like
the shot from that one.
Yeah.
Because anytime you're on stage, Dustin call me.
Yeah.
Because I work for you guys, so it's like I want to know what's going on. And it was you, Avery, and I think we had one more.
Dayon was there.
Dayon, I think he was under Doug that year.
Yeah. Oh, Dalton.
Dalton. Okay, yeah.
Dude, Dalton, that dude's a beast. Like,
That is,
he's
yeah.
a man. I think I hope he does Knox again. Like,
I'm excited for state this year because it'll be in Murfreesboro.
Oh, yeah.
I
State's
wanna
gonna
go.
be
nice.
It's gonna be
That's
really cool.
That's gonna be like that's the show of the year. I feel like
I know a couple people who they've told me they're competing, but
Like
they haven't
Sean's-
told the public they're competing. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I'm going to it like this is gonna be like literally like it's funny because it's gonna be Olympus is gonna, the Mecca, like literally it's gonna be like
Me and Landon were gonna do it, but my whole plan I was gonna do. There's a powerlifting meet at the Fit Expo. I was gonna do that, but not tell anybody I was prepping for it. And then this Tuesday it'll be 2 weeks. I tore the pec, so that kind of put me down. And I was like, okay, well there goes state too. Like I can't. I'm just not gonna try to. I'm sure if I could, I'm sure I could kind of get back in rhythm for it, but at this point, I'm just gonna wait till next year. Yeah.
There's no reason to, and that's why I tell people all the time. They're just like, well, I can hurry up and get back. No, don't do it. I mean,
It's like, luckily I can still flex it. My tendon's still in there, but it's just a nice big gash in the pec.
yeah.
honestly if the state show wasn't in Murfreesboro this year and like everybody was doing it, I probably would have hung it up like this off season. But I was like, I'm not missing. It's gonna be at MTSU in Murfreesboro.
I worked there. Like,
all
there's no
the, yeah, all
excuse.
the and all the check-in
there's
stuff
no
was gonna be
excuse.
at Olympus. I'm like, I'd be so sick, just like everybody checking. I'm like, man, I could have been
Sitting on the couch. Yeah, sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
Like,
that
or even at the show, just like
it's like right over
like,
there. It's right there.
It's like
So, yeah.
literally, I could walk there.
Yeah, it's
and,
right there. I can
You'd
almost
be
see it.
so sick, G.
Yeah.
Because then the next day, everybody like, Gerard, you should have been doing it. Why aren't you there?
Dude,
I-
that's me. Dude.
I
I
heard
live
100
like,
of
dude, I
those.
live on Cason Lane by Texas Roadhouse, so it's like I'm not far. If I
Yeah.
throw a quarter far enough, it's closer to. I
Yeah.
can get there. I can get there quick.
Oh,
It's like a
man.
$5 Uber ride. I can get
Yeah.
over there like
Right
super
there.
quick.
Wait,
Yeah.
Boom, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, But I want to wrap back to something in the powerlifting numbers and everything else. Like, what were those at, before, like, the actual gear and then actually with gear and stuff?
Gear is
Well,
in
modified
equipment.
and
Okay, yeah. I
equipment,
didn't know you meant that or steroids.
No.
Like I didn't know how deep.
I didn't think about that.
I didn't know how deep we're
I did
going.
not think about that.
So raw. So I competed raw a couple times. I can't remember the raw numbers. I was like 160 pounds, so it wasn't anything crazy. I squatted 585 raw when I was 18, I think, and then I went straight into equipped lifting. And then my best numbers there were 735 bench, 925 squat. These are gym lifts, and then I think like a 625 deadlift, and then in a meet, 625 bench, 900 squat, and like a 585 deadlift.
Sheesh.
Them some numbers right there.
And that's when I was 20. Yeah, I'm acting like it's a long time. I'm 22. I'm acting like it's a long time ago. I'm looking up, but it was such a weird transition from doing that because I was just watching a video on my phone last night where I benched 625 for a set of 6 with a shirt on. So with a bench shirt, which no one's gonna know what that is, but a bench shirt.
You can explain it.
625 for a set of 6, and then I had to be like, damn, that was me like 2 years ago this month. Like, what the fuck? And now I'm weighing out oats to like eat tomorrow. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, what happened to me?
I'm trying to think about like me 2 years ago. I'm playing flag football every week. Like, I'm going to the gym maybe 4 or 5 times a week. Like, I definitely don't have anything like committed diet wise. Like,
that's what it was, man. Like, for powerlifting, it's the same thing. It's like, because you have to train, but if my working weight on my squat was regularly over 700 pounds, I'm gassed for like 2 days. Yeah. So we'll train like 3 days a week. That's all we need. Now bodybuilding, it's a totally different monster. When I was doing that pretty much full time, I was training 6-7 days a week sometimes. Yeah. Because on my off day, I'd go in and do calves, abs, and cardio. So yeah, I'm there 7 days a week. It was a weird transition.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I got like ostracized from the powerlifting community. It's like just dude, they're like, yeah, get the fuck away, yeah. Because I told them I think I want to try to get lean, and they're like, okay, sure. I was 278 pounds. Like, okay, sure, you are, fat ass. And then like
as soon as you did, and they're like,
yeah. And then it was gradual. It was like 260, 250, and then 250. When the next couple weeks, I'm like 230, and they're like, okay. Then I'm 220, and then I'm 200. The worst I heard was like under 200, because it was like, damn, like you're now victim weight to us. It's like, yeah, but like I've got abs, yeah. Or the first time I shaved my whole body, that was I did not hear it, but that was from everybody. Like I did not hear the end of that. Yeah, it was terrible. It was horrible.
That sounds like our community.
Yeah, that's the gym. Yeah, but granted, like don't get me wrong, like all those guys, like they couldn't have been more like supportive when I actually was like, I'm gonna do a show. And like, I like, and then I started working for Olympus and started working with bodybuilders, and I had nothing but from like support from everybody.
Yeah, it's a big difference too. It's like, yes, we're gonna pick on you and everything else, but it's like you are actually a part of the community.
You gotta, I think in this industry, you gotta be able to take it. You know what I mean? Like, I really get, because even like 2 days ago, Landon was giving me, I had shorts on, and he was sitting there with me at the desk, and it was dead silence, and he goes, "So when are you gonna grow your legs?" And I was like,
that sounds like something.
And I was like, have you been thinking about this? He's like, yeah. He's like, I go, dude, I work legs every week. He's like, yeah, but like those are your legs from 6 months ago, and they haven't changed. And I'm sitting like, damn, man. It's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He's like, let me write you a program. And I was like, all right, like I'll do it. And he's like, we're starting off 10 sets of 10 on squats. And I'm like, man.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but it's like but I know at the end of the day, like he's not trying to hurt my feelings. I mean, he's just that's how we go back in this community. You go back and forth. It's not for everybody.
It's exactly, it's just, if one ship rises, we all rise type thing. Yeah. And I mean, it's the outside looking in, it's just like, oh, he's just being mean, but he's like, no, I want to see you do better and grow your legs and be better. So he's like, that's what you need to work on and everything else. And if anybody's going to bring up legs, it's going to be Landon.
Well, I was like, in comparison,
doing 315 split squats down through the whole gym with it on his back.
Oh, like, I don't know. I don't know if y'all know, like, because it's hard to see, but when he posts his crazy lifts, I'm usually either behind the camera or I wrap his knees for all the big squats. Like I'm there in the moment for all of them. And so I asked him, I was like, are you comparing my leg? Like, are you saying I need to grow mine based on how yours look? He's like, no, I'm basing them on how your legs have looked the same since I met you. And I was like,
you got me
there.
I was like, yeah, dude, that's it. It's like the hardest body part for me, man. Yeah. I've got big legs, they're just not defined legs. So we're working on that. But
okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there, dude. Yeah, man. Well, I don't know how my diet's looking right now. I don't know. Like they might just keep getting thicker. I don't know. These jeans might get tighter, but they like I don't know, man.
Hey, all it takes is one little prep real quick, and then boom, you're back.
couple good months,
I've said that 4 times this year. I'm like, dude, next week's the week, and then it's like, dude, then
it starts off good. You're like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're good.
Yeah,
we venture off after Thursday. Is when things start going.
Dude,
let's go eat here.
Like,
let's go here.
Monday at 10 a.m. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, Oscars sounds kind of good tonight. Like that wouldn't be bad. And it's never ending. But when I'm pushing for strength like I am now, my diet's way more relaxed. Like I said earlier, bodybuilding, there's nothing I don't cheat or step off my diet. But I think I made the mistake last time. I dieted 11 months straight. Oh, yeah. So like, of course, we went to 16 weeks without cheats, but 11 months straight. I think that kind of like it really messed with my head because after that,
burnt you out, yeah.
Yeah, because I got to the end of it, and when we were finally like, okay, let's push, because there was that show last summer. It was like there was one in July, and then the Knox Classic. Yeah, we dropped out of July, and then we were going to the Knox. I think I waited too long because by that point, cravings were on, like, they were killing me. I couldn't sleep. My joints were bad. My blood work was horrific. And so I was like, let's take like a 2-week break. And then I never hopped back to it.
Right.
I stayed lean though for like 6 months. I'm still lean-ish now, but nothing compared to what I was then.
Yeah, I mean, it does play a role because, I mean, even me, like, I went from, like, 350 down to, like, what was that, like, 260? Like, it was being locked in for that long. Like, now trying to get back to that state of mind it was
It's
rough.
hard,
for
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, like, just flip back in. Like, oh, it will be easy, you know, we'll just slowly cut everything back out again real quick. And it's just, like, the cravings.
It don't work that way.
No,
Yeah,
it
don't
doesn't.
work that way.
You almost have to really just be like,
Well, it's like, because I remember so when I ended the prep last summer, I was like, all right, I had the base meal plan. So I was like, okay, I'll just stick to this a little more relaxed, right? So like meal 1 will be the same, meal 2, maybe we'll go out to eat a couple nights a week or something. It switched from that, and then it was like me being afraid to eat off the plan. So I was like, all right, I have to stick to this 100%.
yeah.
And then I was like, all right. Then I discovered, I was working in Franklin at the time. When I left Olympus briefly,
Yeah.
I found a place called Kava. And then I found it, and then I was like, all right, let's go there for lunch. I was like, it's clean-ish, it's clean enough. And then I'm tricking myself, being like, okay, orange chicken's pretty much like it's chicken.
It's
There's
chicken.
like it's like
Yeah,
it's
he's
dude,
like-
it's like
You start going, well, you know, that's
it's like
kind of.
dude, it's chicken. It's okay. And then you're like, well, dude, fried rice is pretty much it was white rice. Like it was white rice at one point.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you start doing that, and then that's a dangerous slope. And then it's like
For then it just goes more down.
by that point though, luckily my metabolism had ramped up so much that like I was like a 12-year-old again. Like I could eat anything and it just didn't touch me. But then you start feeling like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel terrible.
You
I don't
start
know.
going
Did you binge after your show at all or?
Not really. I mean, I didn't binge eat.
Yeah.
But binge other things. But
I was gonna. Did you just binge drink? Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say.
100%, yeah. That was my only thing I was worried about. I was like, man, when I get off,
party
I can't wait to go see all my friends again and go like.
Just
We had like
drink,
a
yeah.
whole like drinking games, like drinking games, like basically like a beer Olympics, all these games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is relaxing to do. Where I know I don't have to wake up and go do fasted cardio, the next day or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was. Oh man, definitely was been drinking for sure. Yeah, I'm not really the food is not really that big of a like factor.
I thought you were getting up to hit the vape for a second. I was like, damn.
Wait a minute.
I was like, damn.
The audio kept recording, but sometimes randomly my phone just like cut out there.
I was like,
So
I think they
it's all
see it.
good.
Yeah.
I don't care if they see
Yeah.
it. I'm like,
I was gonna say I've got mine right here. Yeah, it's the one. Do you know how many times? I want to talk about this for a second.
go ahead.
Do you
Go
know
ahead, yeah.
how many days, like, how many times a day I hear, like, it's bad for you? I'm well fucking
It's like, no
aware.
shit.
Yeah, I do. I know. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. I know it's terrible. So it's like having an energy drink. Like, it's bad for you. I'm like, dude, yeah, I know. I'm so aware. It's gonna get me, but just let me go on my terms. That's what I'm after. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be happy. Like it's like
Yeah.
drinking. It's like it's not good for this. I'm like I'm pretty sure when I taste it, I know.
I want to die buzzed. Do you understand me? Yeah. Like if I'm
I
gonna
want to
die,
be
I'll
happy.
buzzed.
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out, doing the things I want to do.
Especially, I got what's nicotine. I started smoking cigarettes when I was like 12 or 13, and then which is terrible. That's horrible. But it's just growing up, everybody smoked. I got into these, like bodybuilding pulled me into it, just because a flavor of something, and I was like, it's 0 calories. There's no calories in nicotine, and it spiraled from there. I'd quit from like no nicotine from 18 to 21. And then I got in that prep and I got super like something about it, like I needed something to do with my hands besides eat.
Yeah.
And so that started, and now it's
cravings,
now it's full blown.
Exactly. I felt that 1000%. That's why I still vape and stuff like that. Like I can hit this and hit this, and I'm just like, all right, I'll stop eating food right now. I can do it. Let me just hit my vape a couple more times.
What's dangerous is how much better this is after you eat. And it's like,
yes.
It's like, man. Yeah, it's like, man.
I get it. I was like, growing up, I was always wondering why these people first thing they do after they get done eating was go
Light
outside
up
and smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, it's like,
And
no,
I'm like, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I
it
get
makes
it,
sense.
guys.
you
got
melt
me.
into the couch. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
I'm good. I'm set. We're going on. Life is good.
Because especially the only thing I try not to use them too much at work because Sean asked us again, there's Sean, little plug for him, but yeah, Sean asked us not to. Like obviously, it's kind of hard as a personal trainer,
especially when you're trained. Yeah,
If
it's
I'm
like, hey, do all this, and this.
If I'm a personal trainer, I'm like, all right, let's do supported push-up, chest support push-up, or what the fuck is that? That's the chest supported push-ups. Impossible. Let's do an incline push-up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's do it. I was trying to think of the mechanics of a chest supported push-up. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
An incline push-up, and then I'm sitting there just hitting this thing. It's like, dude, you got this. 10 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Like,
On the meantime, you're like, okay, so make sure you're really
make
don't
sure,
do any of this stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, like I'm actually going out.
Yeah, like
It's like, oh well. Okay.
So it's like I try not to use it during the workday, but that's
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Even when I go train and stuff like that, I'm like, let me leave it out in my car because if I don't, I will hit this randomly in the middle of this gym and not think twice about it. Not even, just be just talking, having a full on conversation and just, oh yeah, so and like.
There's so many times of like, it's cardio, man, the Stairmaster. Yeah. That's what got me through it. I'm like, dude, at the end of this 40 minutes, I was like 23 more minutes until I get to go hit.
Whatever you need to get you through it, I'll say.
I wasn't thinking about meal one. I wasn't thinking about water. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was, dude, I got 23 more minutes and I got this. 23 more minutes.
Oh me.
Then you blink and you feel like 10 minutes has gone by and it's 21 minutes now. It's like, fuck. Dude, that's 2 minutes went by.
Let's get this over with.
I used to try like the hoodie over the timer trick.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't work, dude.
Yeah,
that doesn't work.
That doesn't even sound.
I put like.
You think you're at. Oh, I'm 30 minutes in. It's like 15.
Dude, it's like 40 minutes. So I did 40 minutes fasted every morning, 7 days a week, except for leg day. So 6 days. I'd put it over 40 minutes. I'd start the timer. I'd be going. And I'd be like, all right. I'd look, 38 minutes left. It's like, that's fucked up. Like, that sucks.
Yeah,
so I'd
like
put
legs
it back,
are already starting to feel tight.
Yeah, I'd put it back down, keep walking, 36. I'm like, all right, let's just take the hoodie off. Like, I think time's slowing down because it can't see me right now. Like, it feels... It's too insecure to go down. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is me.
Time is getting self-conscious because it can't see me. It's like I got to be like.
I had to start putting like watching like podcasts or like watching so Nightcap is the podcast I watch because it's so funny. I'll forget where I'm at and I'll just be like, cause I want the whole episode is usually like hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. And then I'll be like, and this is really good. By the time the episode starts getting really good, it's usually about like 30, 40 minutes in. So by the time I'm looking up, I'm just like, this episode's hilarious. And I look up, I'm like, oh, I only have 5 minutes left. Perfect. Okay.
I tried watching TV shows. It makes it work. It's kind of like when you're a kid and like a video game, like it's taking forever to load. So you try to ignore it.
Yeah.
So in your head, that's going to make it go faster. Yeah. That's exactly the same thing.
You're like, if I look away, it'll go faster.
Yeah. You look back and it's still there.
Yeah.
Act like you don't care about it. Cross your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's also why I go in the cinema room.
Yep. That's
that makes it way quicker.
That's one of the first times I met you. Was in the cardio center. The first time I met you, it's weird, I remember this, but I asked you to spot me on a dumbbell shoulder press, and you're like, I can't help you.
Yeah. You're hitting like
it was 90. It was 90s. Yeah.
Like,
it was.
I mean, I was like, I'll try my best here.
Well, you were like, do you want me to like? Where should I hold you? And I was like, we got this. We'll figure it out. I don't think I hit him for any because I was gassed. But then the next time, we had just signed. You had just signed up. You just signed your contract, and I had just signed mine. And I went to the cardio cinema to do my post cardio because I had fasted and post. Yeah. And you were in there doing treadmill sprints.
Yeah, I was doing.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't have that yet. I was like, dude.
Oh no.
And I was like, what show are you doing? And you're like, the one in July. And I was like, fuck, that's my show. Yeah. I was like, fuck, dude, because I
also
can't tell
you
you
for OCB too.
I can't tell you the last time I sprinted, let alone jogged. See, I don't know. Like, the
sprints for me, it's easier because I'm like, I have to keep moving. It's like with fast cardio, you can kind of sit there and get kind of bored and just. Dude. And you're like, man, it's not over yet. With the sprints, it's like you get bored if you want to. You're gonna be flying off of that.
I could let the pancake thing slide, but you liking to run over walk is crazy. That's crazy. Like that's insane.
So I've done all the sports I've done. They've all been like high intensity. So
just
basketball, you're
faster.
moving, and also I was playing flag football during prep, which is I wouldn't recommend it unless you can handle it.
Well, you're like you wrestle. You're an athlete in general. So you're built to do it.
So I'm used to like doing high intensity
stuff. If I did that. I'd fuck me up. Yeah, dude. I've got 2 left feet when it comes to coordination. So the fact that I can do any of this is incredible. Yeah. I played every sport under the sun. My dad and mom signed me up for everything. Basketball was the first one. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm 5'7". So I did not do great in basketball at all. Yeah.
Yep, at all. You know, Steve Nash.
Eventually, some people hit growth spurts. Some of us, we end up here.
I didn't. Yeah, we didn't. It's okay. It's like I've accepted.
And that's why we're here.
The older I got, I accepted it. But like, dude, my mom did everything. She's like, well, maybe you just need to get you nicer shoes. It's like, yeah, mama, that's gonna get it. That's gonna be the fact I've got. That's gonna take me from 0 to 100 right there.
That's the difference. That's what I've been missing this whole time.
It's not that I'm half white, half Hispanic. Those odds already aren't looking good for basketball. Like that's not looking great. And then they put me in. I did soccer. That was, dude. if the game's here, I was like over here, just like doing like, I'm like trying to get my cleats not like trying to make sure my cleats don't get dirty because they're white. It's like that's me. And then I wrestled. And that was a joke. That was horrible. Like you wrestled. I made it somehow. I made it to state. To this day,
if you make a state, you're really getting after it.
I think I was just maybe going against like special needs kids or something because I don't know how I got, dude. I'm telling you, I don't know how I got to state. Like, I remember one time my coach. This was in high school. My coach was like, "Hey, we're going against a new school." He was like, "Bryson, your match, the kids from Tennessee School from the Blind." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Dude,
wait a minute."
No, dude, that kid kicked my ass. Like, dude, that kid
I wouldn't sleep. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, it was like wrestling like, Daredevil, man. Yeah. Dude,
that was a lose-lose situation.
Dude,
oh my god!
Like I thought I had a good. I went in cocky and confident, and my coach was like, "No, this kid's lethal." I'm like, "Well, I mean." He can't see. Come on now.
Right.
The way you have to do it, did you ever wrestle?
Yeah.
You have to lock hands with them.
Yeah.
The second that fucking match started, dude, I was on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like he felt my pulse. Dude, this is terrifying. Yeah. Man, I was a terrible wrestler. No. The only reason that I swear to God, the only reason my mom signed up is so she could have like wrestling mom friends. Like that's all it was. Because all it was watching her son get the hell beat out of him for like
every week,
for every weekend,
for like several months.
Because I wrestled like I've always lifted, but I wasn't like if I was built like this, then I think I would have done pretty damn good in wrestling. But I was not. I was 140 pounds, I think.
But that's like the weirdest thing about wrestling because like you can see the scrawniest kid in the whole gym.
And he's
the
bad
wrestler
motherfucker. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, leave him alone.
That happened to me. Like I went. We don't up against what's the high school here? Riverdale.
Yeah.
I went to Nolensville High School, and I tried doing Greco for the first time. I don't know why I thought I could do the more intense version of the sport I already sucked at. But like this kid, he was a senior, I was a freshman, and it's already not looking great because before the match, he's like doing jumping jacks and he's doing splits. And I'm sitting there with my like Gatorade, like fuck, like this is not gonna go good. This is not gonna go good.
Greco's tough because that's basically throwing.
Greco, dude, Greco is just like good luck. Like no headpiece. Is dude, if your ear comes off, it's off.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, you don't need it. Yeah, you don't need your ear.
Yeah.
Use the other one. So he locks me in. He drops me down. He gator rolls me, and we're going. My mom's got the video. We're going in circles. He's just getting back points after back points after back points. And
you just want to get out of there,
dude. It's like at this point I'm dizzy. It's like dude, I can't see. He's just over the mat over and over, and my mom's still cheering like, "You got him!" Like, no, mama,
I don't.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. I do not
like
have
the
this.
second or third gate roll, you're like, I don't.
Yeah, dude. By the first one, I'm like, dude, I don't. Is it over? Like,
get me out of here
I
now.
remember sitting there thinking, like, when is this gonna end?
That's messed up that he did that video though. That's kind of
yeah, dude. That sucked.
But so usually with Greco, that should usually be those are usually pretty quick.
The craziest thing I ever saw in the wrestling thing was I don't know how like this how clean you keep this podcast.
Oh, go ahead, have at it.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about vaping and whatnot, but
Exactly.
but dude, this kid, I'll never forget this. I was still a freshman, and this kid, he was undefeated, again a senior. This was at state. And this dad was hyping up his kid, and he's got his head here. He's smacking the side of his kid's ears.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid's starting to breathe heavy. And we had found out that kid's mom had died of cancer. And the dad's going, "This is why she left us. This is why she left us." And she's dude, swear to you, he's smacking the kid's ears.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like, "This is why mom left. This is why mom left. You let us down now. This is why mom left. She died for nothing." This kid's ramped the fuck up. You know who had to wrestle that kid? My ass, me, dude. Again, I'm sitting there with my Gatorade and peanut butter sandwich, like, dude. I'm not even in a singlet. They didn't have my size. I had the fight shorts and the stupid like compression shirt on.
Yeah.
I can't. He's wrestling for his dead mom. I don't stand a chance.
Yeah, you have nothing.
There's nothing. I've got dude. His dad, and they weren't little like love taps. He's hitting them in the fucking ears.
Yeah. The second you get hit one of those, you're like, oh, I'm ready to like kill everything.
No headgear on. He's smacking him
in
the ears. Yeah.
Oh man, I bet he was ready to like end you. Like,
dude.
Ready to crash
yeah,
out.
I got the hell beat out of me.
No, yeah, that's a crash
That's
out.
a crash out.
Yeah.
That was a crash out before there was crash out.
But I was like, now that I like, as I've gotten older, I was like 14 then. I'm like, that might be bad parenting on his part. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that might just be like,
Yeah, that's not normal. That's not a normal pep talk.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, on the ride home, I was like, dude, as I'm defeated. The hell just I got that shit beat out of me. I'm driving home thinking, like, does he do that before every match? How many times has mom got to die for nothing before it's for something? Like, dude, come on now. He just
better
took
win
me
state,
out.
boy. You better win state.
Yeah, it's like state's not good enough. We gotta go.
We gotta go to
nationals and everything.
Fargo
else.
and everything.
Yeah, man. You gotta. I don't even know what colleges are known for wrestling, but you gotta go. Better get the fuck in there.
But that's the crazy thing about wrestling, because there's like the levels to it are crazy. Like you can win. Like I know a kid stay all 4 years in high school, go to a UT chat, and UT chat's nowhere near like Penn State or anything like that.
But it's still
and
like
they'll get ran through like all 4 years, and like just because the level to it is like, I mean, it's like bodybuilding. It's like the levels to it.
It's
like,
different. It's completely different.
Like
I started to learn a lot more from my boy Ian, because he lived in Oregon, where he went to school at and everything else. That's one of the main things they took very seriously.
Wrestling.
And I had to,
Okay, yeah.
So I had to break it down to him, like, sports here and nothing like what y'all went through and stuff. Like he was telling me their coach they would put up whatever their workouts were for that day on different walls and stuff around the school with caution tape around it, because how bad it was about to be for them, and and everything else. But it was like no games were played. It was like the serious thing about it and all this. And he's just like, yeah, like a lot of people would go to the Penn States and everything else from their school and stuff like this. They would wrestle people around the world. Like he has his old leather jacket and stuff like that with all the different schools. Like he wrestled people from around the world on and stuff like that.
The caution tape was at a high school?
Yeah, this was at his high school.
That's
and stuff like that.
They give you milk for lunch, and then it's like, just so you know. When you get done with school, we're going to fuck you up.
You're about to go in here and die and stuff like that.
I know that, because as now that I like write workouts, I know that workout was dog shit too. It just doesn't make sense. Like sets of 100 on bench. Like, why am I doing this? We did a thing. Did you ever go, where'd you go to high school?
West Creek in Clarksville.
Did you ever go to Rawwood, the wrestling camp?
No, I pretty much didn't go to any.
Okay, this was pretty much like Auschwitz for wrestlers. So my coach tells us this thing, and he's like, "Hey, kid, listen, kid, he around the mat. He's like, this next weekend we're going to Rawwood," and we're like, "What's Rawwood?" He's like, "It's a camp for wrestlers," and he's like, "Here's the thing, boys: no phones, no electricity, no running water, just wrestling." And like he's like, doesn't that sound like fun? And all this is when I knew the sport was not meant for me, because these guys, all the team's amped up, dude. They're happy, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck, dude? Did you just say no water? Did you?
No water. That's when I would be like, okay, time out.
Did you just say? He's like, yeah. He's like, there's one bathroom for all of you. There'll be 60 of us.
Nah, I would have. Nope.
What?
Wasn't going.
Yeah, the bathroom was like an outhouse.
You lost me. After no water, you'd have lost me.
Well,
like,
so okay,
no phones. I'm like, okay. That's
we get on the bus. First off, like the old, not the new mats, the old mats you had to roll out, and they took an hour to roll. Yeah. Then they say, they're hard. It's cold out. This is in the middle of winter, by the way. So we had to load those onto a bus. That was step one. And then the bus left the school at 7 p.m. It's like an hour and a half away, 2 hours away. We get there. We have to get the mats off, unrolled, and then start wrestling by 9:30 p.m. Wrestle from like 9:30 to 11:30 or something. And then I got injured on day one. So I was out. Like, dude, we get there and it's a bunch of all these other schools. And again, he took all of our cell phones. So no cell phones, nothing, no electronics whatsoever, no headphones. All you could have is like little water bottles like this. That's all we were allowed to have. And then no snacks, nothing. We ate breakfast together, lunch, and then dinner together. Night one, we get there and we're up against this other school, and this kid gets slammed. I mean, he got bodied. Like, it wasn't a soft, it was like chin, nose, forehead on the mat. Oof. And this nose is like over here. So his kids, I don't know, maybe we were like, 14? Like, we just got out of 8th grade. And we're coming up, and the coach like, let me see. And he goes, he tells us, like, get back on the mat. He flicks him in the nose. And the kid's like, okay. He's like, I'll go. I was, dude, I get the fuck. I was, dude, my leg hurts. I'm done. Like, I'm out, dude.
You want to see some crazy wrestling is where like the craziest.
Yeah, it's
like mentally, you got to be really like.
We're out there and we're in the woods in the middle of nowhere, no water, no electricity. Literally, this guy had our phones in a bucket, and he put it on top of the fridge. That's it. The fridge didn't work. There's no electricity. There's just a fridge. Yeah, he just had it out there. And I was like, Coach, where'd you find this place? I came here growing up. Like, I see it worked out great for you. Yeah, I see this worked out. Considering you're my high school wrestling teacher, I see your career went great. So, like, this is going to be great for me. This is going to be awesome.
Exactly. You got it all figured out.
Yeah, you teach algebra, I think. this is gonna get me into this is gonna make me go national.
No.
Aren't you a WWE fan?
Oh, huge WWE fan.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, because it was before I started wrestling, I was like huge, like growing up, huge WWE fan. Then I actually like did the wrestling on the wrestling team and everything, and then I was like, obviously like, no shit, it's fake, no shit. Like,
But then
as long as
okay.
So I stopped watching it for a while. Luckily, that was around the time when it was kind of going down, so it was almost like
because you're my friend, so I care about your feelings. As long as you know that it's fake.
No, but here's the thing. This is like a PSA for people that don't watch wrestling and everything. We all know that it's fake. We all know it's scripted. We all know it's staged.
As long as we're on that page, I've met
there are some people
adults
that are like delusional, that are like literally like this is their whole life.
You know what? But you can spot them because usually they're at they're usually at like a Walmart or something. They're in a too tight, usually WWE t-shirt or like a tap out shirt. Like where the fuck do you find a tap out t-shirt in 2025?
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy.
That's wild.
They got on like the really long and one shorts and then Walmart slides. It's like, okay, he might not know that wrestling is fake. And talking to have you ever talked to somebody that's like a diehard?
Oh no, yeah, where it's like you're like you're kind of talking, you're making jokes, and they're like they're like their person like the Royal Rumble, for example. For the most part, for the most part, everyone's pretty like okay, obviously
it's not
like,
real,
no shit. But then you get that one person that's like, if their person lost, they got knocked
over.
out. Their whole day, they're like cussing up a storm. We're over here like
it's like when Dad's football team loses. It's like
we're like. Come on,
man, I can't remember where I was working at the time, but I think I was like 15 working at a Kroger, and this one of our guys, he was super into WWE. And again, I'm not gonna judge how somebody looks, but he looked like someone that might not know that it's fake. And dude, he'd get like the way he'd be like, "Well, did you watch the Royal Rumble last night?" Well, he was like, "But John Cena did this, and then he came to defend the title, and he's all out of breath." I'm like, "Dude, we're just standing still in this break room right now." He's so passionate talking about it, he's out of breath. Did you see Kane came back and he did this, and then the Undertaker's son came back and he did a flip thing, and then they landed. Dude, I'm like,
chill, dog.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man. Like, that sounds dope. That sounds.
Talking to my friends about it's funny to talk about, but I'm not like my whole day is not. It's not like when the Lakers lose. Oh my, like
you're saying
like just got
fuck the
they
gym.
lost on.
Yeah, dude.
What was it Thursday?
She's doing
or Thursday night, bro. I was like, fuck everything, man. I was like, fuck every. I wanted to go to the gym because I was pissed off. Yeah, like. That's like fuck everything. Like
the camera can't see it, but that wall is covered in like holes where you punched it.
Yeah, just like pissed. Like no one talking to me. And then it's worse because all my friends,
Gerard's TV's
all my
on the
friends
floor.
are like, the second it goes final, hey Cancun, hey Lakers in 5, right? Like all that. All my friends are on my ass about it. But wrestling, it's like first of all, you kind of if you watch enough, you already know what's gonna happen.
It's like you like the characters and you like it's a fun storyline to like keep up with. The storyline's fun. That makes sense.
You can't. But the people that go into it like, they're really their whole.
That's one thing that got me interested in like getting muscular when I was a kid because I'd always watch my friends and one of my older brothers had like wrestling figures and stuff, and they were always like Brock Lesnar's ginormous, CM Punk was a big like a lean dude, Kane was ginormous. It's like okay, I want to be a big strong guy. Yeah, that's what. Do you remember your first like memory of like what got you like I want to be big?
Well, my dad.
Is your dad a big guy?
Yeah, my dad's huge. Like, well, he's like 6'3". I didn't get all the height, unfortunately.
Yeah, where'd that go?
But I got like the frame. Well, my mom was 4'11", so
that's why.
Yeah, you put it together. So.
It just didn't.
But I got the frame.
Out.
Like, imagine my frame.
You literally fell right in the middle. You're like, I'm right. Yeah.
So imagine my frame. Even now, imagine my frame with bigger calves, but he's like 6'3", and he's like 250.
You want to get calves, dude? Just knock a girl up and you'll get them. Like that's my. I haven't done that. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yeah. But listen, to all the young like guys listening, if you want big calves, just get a girl pregnant. It's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. He'll figure it out. Yeah, dude, you're gonna figure it out. Clip that. Yeah, make that the first. Yeah, make that the first clip.
Yeah, okay, most definitely. But I just got questions. Where did this come from?
Name one dad you've ever seen that doesn't have crazy calves. They don't even have to work out.
And they never do calves.
They don't even have to work out.
I work calves 2 times a week, and I'm sitting here like, man, these things.
I knew a guy. Yeah,
I'm like, what's the last time you hit calves? I haven't hit them in like 5 years.
They'll know who they are if I say it. But I know there's somebody with a dad. Their dad's not in good shape. But one time we were moving into an apartment, and I'm watching the dad's calves go up the stairs, and he's just dude.
And they're defined.
Yeah, like crazy.
Yeah,
And he's in too tight pair of New Balances. And the socks are all white and the shoes are all stained. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
And I'm sitting there trying to do sets of things. Dude, fuck sets of 20 on calves. So yeah, just get a girl pregnant and you'll get calves.
Well, you heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, if you want big calves,
secret.
you don't need creatine. You don't need steroids. You really don't need to work out. It's just like,
Well, you work out, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's just cardio only, and then you'll get calves.
purely cardio.
That's how it goes.
Definitely learned something today.
Yeah, that's one thing that they, I can't remember, but I think I learned that in personal training school. If you just calves, the whole calf section is it was just sex ed.
Yeah.
That's how you get calves. Yeah, that's the way.
I'm about to go back and look back at all my training stuff. I must have missed
You must
this.
admit,
I must have missed
it's
this
obscure.
one.
It's that new training. It's it's all that
That's
outdated stuff. You gotta get the new copies. It's all in the new copies.
I see.
That was like the unwritten. Those are the
Yeah.
unwritten
Written rules and stuff like that.
Brycolations. If I ever start coaching, that's gonna be. I'm gonna put that out there. Let people know. That's why my calves are small.
First one.
The first, Brycolations 1. If you want calves, just get her pregnant. It's no big. You'll be all right. You'll figure it out. People figure it out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never have to do a calf raise again.
Ever. Like never, dude.
That is priceless. But yeah,
How do we get there? I'm trying
What's
to
that
figure
dude
out.
that's like follow for more tips? And he's like, it's terrible gym advice. He's like, follow for more tips. And he
Yeah.
flexes in the camera.
Yeah.
I think his Instagram's like horse meat or something retarded like that. He's like, dude, follow for more tips. And that's it. That's gonna be that's mine.
I don't know who that. I'm gonna have to go be nosy later.
We
after
all like a
this
lot of
and
the people that
everything
follow
else.
you, like follow me or follow Olympus, like they've seen me before. But if not, that's their introduction to me. It's like, hey, you want calves?
Hello.
Yeah. Hey.
I feel like this is gonna be the one that's gonna be like sent around everywhere, and you're gonna when you're gonna walk to Olympus, you're like, oh, so Sean's gonna be like, oh, get them pregnant, huh? Yeah. Right?
Come in one day morning after it drops.
You'll see
Everybody
like a
just
bowl of
looking at
condoms
you.
at the desk.
Yeah.
It's like, but by the way, he did not mean.
Brycolations.
Brycolations is not.
It does not.
It's like
not affiliated with this.
It's like when an NBA player says something fucked up in the media and they have to do a press about it. He's sitting there like, I now realize that the statement I made 2 nights ago. Yeah, I was just kidding.
I
You
want to
shouldn't do
redact
that.
my statement.
Like, I was not in my right state of mind.
You have any other Brycolations?
Bryson, dude,
Right.
You know?
they could go on and on, man.
What
Like
you got?
one
What
is
you
that
got?
like the friend zone doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just for weak-minded people.
That's debatable, but you know.
No,
I don't know. I feel like once you're in there, you're well. 99% of the time, if you're in there, you're in there. Like you're.
it depends. Maybe I'm just in denial. That could be it
That
too.
could
Like that,
I'm
yeah.
Delulu, and I know I'm Delulu,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm
it's
not
like-
coming out of this
There's a
delusion.
chance. But also, this is Brycolations, so that would stay on that track.
Yeah, dude,
you know?
Brycolations too, man. The friend zone doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You're just in your head. Yeah, it's just, you just got to try hard.
There's always a way out. You just don't know where.
There's
it is
always
yet.
a way out. You just got to find it.
You haven't found the key.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to find the key.
It's a needle
yeah.
in the haystack. You
Let
just
it be
haven't-
divorce papers or something. That dude, there's a way. You'll get there.
That
It may
is
take
priceless.
a decade, but you know.
It could take some time, and dude, a lot of financial issues, a few ass beatings, but it doesn't exist. And then get her pregnant, you'll get calves.
Yeah.
It all circles back to that first one.
Yeah.
Yep, you can't beat that first one. That was a major key.
That's how, like, because my goal is to be a coach, so I'm gonna build my entire. Yeah, that's the first clip of me on the internet. So if I become a really successful coach, this lives on. This is there. So they're gonna all know. Like this is.
They will all know.
Yeah.
This is where it all started.
This was the early stages of his thinking process.
This was the moment. This was that moment right here.
What's fucked up is I end up having like 3 kids and still have small calves. Then I gotta revise. Then
I don't think you're doing it right.
Then I gotta go back and be like, shit.
So what
It's like-
position did you do when you?
Yeah, it's like
See,
something's like fuck. Wait a second, hold on. This isn't right. My whole life's gonna unravel. It's like I can't coach anymore.
I gotta specialize in it now.
Yeah.
I gotta get to the bottom of it. Like, okay, so I must have missed a step or something like that. I gotta go talk to a couple more
I
dads,
stopped
and
making,
I'll get back
dude,
to y'all.
My whole life falls apart. I stopped making car payments. I just disappear. It's like, dude, where is he? Yeah. My beard's all grown out. It's like, what happened?
You got everything else but the calves.
It's like Thor and what's the one where he gets all fat?
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
what happened to you? It's like, dude, I thought I knew everything, and now I don't.
Mm-hmm. I am nothing now.
Yeah. After the first one, I thought it was a fluke, but now I've got 3, and I still have no fucking calves.
Now you gotta go on those like Aaron Rodgers journeys. You figure out yourself
I
again.
gotta find myself again. I
Dave
gotta
Dark
Chappelle, you know, dipped out.
You'll find
Hey,
clips.
anybody
Yeah.
seen Bryson?
Find clips of me
Oh
running.
yeah, so Brycelations kind of went down.
Yeah,
That kind of messed
find
up
clips
things
of me
a
running
little.
marathons or
messed-
something. It's like, yeah, God. What happened?
Him? I thought he said he hated that. Or
Yeah. He's doing a lot of.
Got a cross tattoo on my forearm. It's like, yeah, dude, I had to change it up.
He's doing 5Ks now. Yeah.
He's doing fine. That's the most depressing thing. I've got a friend, Dominic, which he's gonna know. Did you ever meet Dominic at the gym? He's a bodybuilder.
No.
Okay, he re-enlisted in the Marines, and the other day I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, I haven't lifted in weeks. I just started running. Like, dude, you're a different type of animal. It's like, I can't do that.
One of my best friends, he hated, like, he was on the wrestling team with me and everything. Hated cardio, and then last year, it was like maybe a few months before the July show. He goes, "Do you want to do a 5K?" I was like,
No. Yeah.
What, do you want to do a 5K?
Like, no. Yeah.
And he was like, "No, yeah, we should plan it out." And this is his second year running. But if I tell him, "Hey, let's go to the gym," he'd be like, "Nah, fuck no, I'm not doing that."
That's
But then he'll go run a
crazy.
5K. But it's the most insane thing. I'm talking about you, Arturo. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, like it's the craziest thing.
That's like, dude, that's bodybuilding's. I think easier than doing a 5K.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good on the 5K.
I can-
I've done
yeah.
one the last 2 years. So I mean,
I would walk it. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna lie,
my
I'm
pace
lying.
ain't much.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be the person that would get a great start and get tired and have a terrible finish.
Yeah, dude, it's like,
First mile to 2 miles, Matt's chilling. We
and
good,
then
feeling
3,
great.
4. It's
I would
like,
go
Yeah, and then after that 2 period is like all the lactic acid starting to build up in these big old legs, and all the weight is
well, you've
starting
seen
to
the
bear down.
videos where
on
it's
my-
like, this is me before the 5K, and then after, dude, mine. We can't find him after he's gone. Like, I don't know where he is.
disappeared.
Yeah, he's somewhere out in the crowd.
It'd be a quick before and after.
Yeah.
No,
Before
I'm good.
5 minutes after I quit.
Yeah,
that
there's
last
yeah.
little quarter, I look like ain't nothing wrong. I feel
Just my
great.
car peeling out of the parking lot. It's
This
like,
when everybody can see me again. That last little
Yeah.
quarter mile, I'm smiling like, yeah, we're good. I didn't just walk the last half mile and everything else to this point. And I'm like, all right, I'm close enough. They can start
you're
seeing
not
me
even
here soon.
sweating anymore. It's like, dude, I'm just.
See, I wouldn't be able to, like, I'll be a dead giveaway because I'll be able to, I sweat when I do cardio, dude, I sweat like,
Dude, you're like me. Yeah.
I'd be like just drenched in it, like by that first mile or two.
You're smart enough. You work out in like shorts and a t-shirt. I'm covered right now. Like, I stay covered up year round, so I'll be in sweatpants, like a tank top, and a hoodie. Like, it'll be 90 degrees in that gym, and I'm in there on the Stairmaster just fighting for my
For me,
life.
it's because of wrestling.
That's
I'd
true
like,
every
because
Friday.
always having to cut weight. Like every year I had to cut weight, and I was like, okay, there's a way for me to cut weight and actually have meals to eat and not have to be completely in 3 layers. I was like, I'll never
do
put
it
on a
again,
bunch of
yeah.
sweats and work out in sweat. Like I see people do it all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm never. That's why I'm just like, I'm going shorts.
I
short
think
shirt every time.
mine came from because I wanted to have such a dramatic change from like powerlifting to bodybuilding. I wanted to be hidden, and that's I never broke out of that habit. Because even now, I was training with Carly yesterday at the gym, and she was. Which, speaking of which, let's hold on.
I was waiting to get to this.
Wait a second. This seat that I'm sitting in was supposed to have somebody else in it. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
3
weeks ago, yeah.
I think that was now because we had WrestleMania
And then last
every-
week.
And it was
then
Carly.
the rest of the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carly Hobson. She was supposed to be in this seat. And you guys could tell me, has she been since?
No,
It's okay. It's okay.
I
You
think
know
the
who
funny
hasn't?
thing, it was a piggyback up off Zane literally saying,
Oh, that's what I saw
then-
Zane doing it. I saw Zane do the podcast, and I was like, now I got to do it. Like I didn't know y'all. I didn't know that y'all were just like letting people ask to do it. I was like, okay, now, yeah, I want to do this. It'd be sick.
Yes, and I'm definitely putting that back out there too. If you want to be on here, just holler at us.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
We're not hard to
We're
find.
just slowly scheduling them out and everything else nowadays. Like I randomly went into the gym today and talked to a
Yep.
couple people about being on in the future and stuff like that. And like, just let me know. I'm like, I bet. Let's run it. But yes, wrapping back to her. Zane's point got proven.
It got proven. Yep, it got proven. I was talking to her about that yesterday because I told her I was coming here, and I told y'all before the camera started. She was like, "Think they let me do it with you?" I was like, "You had your chance." Yeah, it's like, you got to talk to them directly.
And she wanted us to miss WrestleMania first
Miss
night
WrestleMania.
to have her on. She's like, I want to come back and do it then.
yeah,
And I was like,
I told him, I think it was the week before, I was like, No, we're not doing anything on
That's
this.
you just leave it on red. You just leave it on red.
I was like, don't
Leave it
even.
on red.
Anybody asks, you can do it. I won't be there.
I was like, I got plans. I know I will not be in
I will not
Murfreesboro
be,
at
yeah.
all
Oh yeah,
that Saturday.
birthday. She was like, "Hey, I'm doing this whole thing for birthday." I was like, "I got plans." I'm
Dude,
not,
I
I'm not
gotta
gonna say it's
watch that.
WrestleMania, but I was like, "I got plans." She's like, "I guess she'll know now." But and she's like, "What? Like you're not my bestie anymore?" I was like, "Yeah, but I got other plans that are a little more important than."
Yeah.
And then it was WrestleMania, so I was like,
Can't
But
help
back-
you on this one. But, yeah.
Back to my point of like
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the other trainers. So there's me, you, and then we have Carly, and then Landon. You know, there's all the and then Brad.
"Yeah."
I'm the only one in there that's in. It'll be 99 degrees in that gym, and I've got on 6 layers of clothes. And Carly was like, "Why do you do that to yourself?" And I was like, "I have no idea. I don't know. I guess it's just habit. It's all my clothes are oversized now. I got layering pieces. Like I only own sweatpants.
I'm slowly getting to that point. I mean, a lot of my shirts that were just now too big, I
Yep.
like them, and then I'm getting so used to them being big. I'm like, all right, I could get a shirt and it would fit better, but I kind of want to grab this 3X hoodie now and
It's
throw it
also
on
cool
real
being
quick.
hidden because people don't know if your like physique is dog ass or if it's actually good. It's
I
like
miss
it's
those
kind of
days.
like it's
now
like,
it's just like it's obvious.
well, it's like
Yeah.
you're
I can't hide it.
but you've stayed built this whole time. That's I guess we're lucky enough and we
I mean,
haven't
it's not as
lost
fun
yeah.
anymore. Like the first OCB show. I mean, people knew I was muscular, but then
But
after
taking that shirt off in the gym when you're diced, it's a different.
It's like a different, yeah. So that's why I don't do any like when I post like when I'm in prep, I don't post anything like showing my ass because I know that's my like secret weapon. You know,
That's
what I mean?
yeah. It's like taking
that's
the,
my that's my version of like Landon's like his legs. That's my version.
The
I'm
first-
I'm gonna wait till showtime for y'all. To
When
see
was
that.
the first time you knew like, oh shit, I'm like lean. This is real. Because it
Like-
took me forever because like body dysmorphia kicks in. It's like I'm still a fat ass. I'd be 193 pounds on the Stairmaster. Like, dude, I'm so fat. And then the first time for me was it was a check-in photo. And I was telling Dustin, I was like, dude, I hate how I look in this one. And he's like, zoom in. And he's like, come here. Dude, I had like veins down my stomach.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's sick. I didn't
a
like,
minute.
yeah, because I wouldn't even look at my check-in photos. I hated doing them because I hated looking at myself. So I would just send it to him. And I'd be like, I don't even want to, just you do what you're going to do with it. Don't tell me any feedback. And you just do whatever and I'll do it. And he was like, no, come here, look at this. And I had veins all down my stomach. And I was like, that's what I knew.
See, that's kind of how I knew. Like when I did sending my check-in photos, as y'all follow me, I'm not very photogenic when I'm doing the camera. That's why I feel like I'm good being in front of it and not
Yep.
the one taking the picture.
That's yeah.
And so when I'm doing my check-ins, I'm like, these look terrible. Like, phone qualities, all this.
I'd be blocking out my face all the time because I'm just
sitting
squeezing
here like,
super hard.
these are shit. And then like we'll go and do like a posing session, and then he'll do the whole thing and like show it. And I'm like, oh, I look like a whole different person.
I remember your posing was atrocious when you first
Oh,
started.
it was bad.
Oh,
I bet that's
yeah.
all of it. But like
Yeah.
that's all of it. So that's
Yes,
like
1000%.
But once I figured out how to spread my lats, that was the game changer.
That was key.
that's
everything.
the hardest one for
Yeah.
anybody. We've seen it happen firsthand. People
Yeah.
freak out and they'll leave if they when we did the posing thing. Remember someone left because they
Yeah.
couldn't figure out. I think what people do is they think like, okay, to show off my back, I need to squeeze my shoulder blades together.
Yeah.
because that's gonna make it
It's
a little
the complete
muscular, but it
opposite.
just shrinks you. They can't wrap their head around like opening up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I
I,
used to
can't, now I
practice.
can't not do it. But my fear now is that I just do it all the time to where like my fear is to unlearn it and having to relearn it because it was so frustrating.
It
learning
sucked
the
so
first
bad
time.
the first time.
You're just
yeah.
like I remember like me and Landon. I think it was like took like an hour to learn it.
The best person I've heard describe it was Miss. Have you met the pro Miss Sylvia? She's a figure pro at Olympus. She's awesome. But the best way I've heard someone describe it is her. She said, think about doing a lat pull down and then just rotate your shoulders. And that for me that made so much sense. She's like, think about doing a lat, like a true lat into your lats, and then rotate your shoulders down. And I was like, holy shit, that makes sense. Okay, that works.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is.
But
a great
granted,
way.
again, we have like mind muscle connection, so it makes sense for us. But
Yeah. But for someone that
Somebody doesn't.
hasn't clicked yet, it's like
yeah.
they can try and do it and like.
If we go
nah,
ask
see
your
it.
neighbor, it's like they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's like, "Oh, well, my bad. Yeah, I shouldn't." Yeah,
Exactly, because
Well,
I mean,
fuck me for saying
even when
that,
G
yeah.
was trying to learn, like I was trying to help him with it, but I did not know how to explain it good, so he could understand it too. But it was like, just work with them, you will figure it all out. And it's like I saw G then,
Yep.
and then I think like almost the next time I saw him was like a couple weeks out.
who are you? It's like,
exactly,
yeah, it's like, who- yeah.
exactly. I was that video. I'm like, who?
Yeah,
Like,
who are
same
you?
guy.
Yeah.
My whole thing was basically he was like, look, Desmond was like, look, your worst pose is this lat. It's a lat
The
spread.
lats, yeah.
If you get this lat spread, it's over.
It's game over.
I
then-
got really lucky learning to pose with him because he would do posing sessions.
Yeah.
And he would usually be running late to him, and he'd have me step in. He taught me how to do the poses, and then he would let me do them solo.
Yeah.
And so I've been fortunate enough to like work with people on like on posing and whatnot. That's one thing I have like, I guess, an eye for, which I got really, really lucky with that. But he's actually how I got into personal training. That whole signing that contract that changed my entire, 'cause I didn't work in the fitness industry before.
Here you are.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I get it too, and I'm like, I've been to enough shows, I watched enough people and everything else, and it's like, oh yeah, I can point these things out, and people are just like, how do you notice this? I'm like, the more you do it, the more you work out and everything else, you'll learn. I'm like, there's a difference between me doing lat pull downs and you doing lat pull downs, and it might look the exact same, but it's different.
Yeah.
The biggest tip I've ever gotten that I tell because now I'm 22. I'm gonna keep saying that because I talk like I'm 45 years old, but now I'm at the point where like I've got younger guys at the gym, like 15, 16, come to talk to me for tips, and they always ask like just the best piece of advice I ever heard was from a guy named Luke Hunzinger who owns Southside Strength in Franklin, the first gym I ever trained at. He was like, surround yourself with people that have forgotten more than you know. And I was like, that makes sense. Yeah. Cause especially in this industry, like there's so many old heads at Olympus. It's like, I want to learn from all
and they're all willing to help too.
Yeah. It's so rare. If you meet like a lean, like a trend out younger guy, he's most likely going to be a dick. But like the older dudes, like the old guys that have had their time and are done competing, they're going to help you almost 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Unless of course it's like mid set or something, like they're going to help
they're
you.
gonna be like, fuck off. Like
Well,
if they're working out, like probably not a good time. But
Even Brandon,
a lot of times they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
And like if you walk up to them and ask them something, they're like,
This
oh,
is
yeah,
their social hours to go see the gym and go work out. Like with Brandon, Brandon's only in the like early 40s or something like that, but even him, such a high experienced athlete. There was one day I was on the Nautilus pullover machine. I just couldn't make it. Like it didn't. I've never had that machine make sense. So he was sitting at the front with Sean. I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, so sorry to bother you. Could you please show me how you use this piece?" And he spent like a half hour with me, just running through different like ways to hold the hands, different like tempo schemes, different rep schemes, different like when to do it at different points in the work. I mean, it's seriously like 30 minute, like pretty much just a training session. Yeah, a full free training session with an Olympian. That's insane. Like, and he didn't even like at the end. I was like, dude, thank you. He's like, my pleasure. He's like, anytime, come grab me whenever. And then that's one of the coolest
people
moments.
That for so long. Just ask
me, and they'll help you. See, the friend zone is not real. Just ask. Stop. Wait. Just ask them. Just just ask her out. Just do it. Just go for it. Same goes for gym tips. Just ask them. Just what the fuck are they gonna do? Say no, and then if they say no, go find a bigger guy. Tell them they were mean to you. And then just go, or go tell Sean, or go tell me, or Gerard, or anyone else that works at Olympus that they were mean to you, and we'll,
handle it.
We'll say, We'll say,
I think that's probably not gonna happen though. Like,
no, they're gonna.
It's very slim.
Like that could look like the most like, and I'm usually one of those people like the most unapproachable person in the world. Like they want to rip your head off, but if the second you ask them, they're like, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, yeah, like look at Dayon for DM Fitness at Olympus. He's Russian. He's diet. I mean, he's probably got he's probably one of the leanest people at Olympus. I'd say. Yeah. He does not look approachable.
The second you talk to him,
he's as nice as can be. Yeah, he'll talk to you about cheesecakes and like he can't wait to do this and like ask how your weekend was. He's as nice as can be. Same with Sean. Like Sean is one of the scariest looking people ever.
But the second he talks, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll ask me. Yeah, dude. I've seen him eat like chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A at the front desk. He's like, I love this. I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah.
Nice. You like something else? Okay.
Yeah, like he's like yeah. Or he loves he loves superhero movies and stuff. Like okay, once you realize he's just a dude. Like, no matter how big they are, how jacked. Like kind of with Brandon. That's there's a kid at the gym. He's 16 and he was telling me he's like I want to go ask Brandon for a picture, but I don't want to bother him. I'm like once you understand he's just a dude. Like he is ginormous and he's a respected bodybuilder, but he's just a guy. Like he's just another dude. Go talk to him. He's not gonna. What is he gonna say? No pictures. Yeah, it's like it's not gonna happen. He has kids himself. Yeah, he's not gonna be like fuck off. That's not gonna happen.
If that was his mindset, he wouldn't come to Olympus.
Yeah, and it's like there are bodybuilders like that. Like I've unfortunately met pros that are not friendly, but it's like those aren't the ones you're seeing
at Olympus.
Absolutely
at Olympus
not.
All the time, regularly like that. Yeah. You only see them at these big events that they're either getting paid there or forced to be there by some company. Yeah, that's the only time you got to think about it. Or a company
paid him that doesn't know anything about them. It's like they just pulled him out there,
Yeah, exactly. But majority of the time, it's like a real appearance and stuff like that. No big event going on. Like most people would be just glad to have that conversation, talk with you, or anything like that.
Well, people are talking like for again at the expo this year and last year they had Jay Cutler. And I heard people be like, well, he just wasn't that nice. It's like, what the fuck do you think? He does this every day.
Yeah.
He's Jay Cutler. Yeah,
You do
like
this 100 times a year, and you see.
I don't know. Y'all were there. Y'all were at the
there
expo,
was
right?
Jay Cutler, and there was like 300, 400, 500 different people in line
To meet him at
him
10
at
a.m.
his.
I don't,
Yeah,
know what
like,
you're, I
dude.
don't know what you're expecting, like a full-on conversation.
He's not
like
gonna
that.
walk through his training philosophy with you. He's gonna be like, dude, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Picture,
you.
next.
Picture, keep it moving.
He,
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's his pretty much his full-time
That's
job.
what
is
he's
being
paid
Jay
to
Cutler.
be there, dude.
Yeah, and then
at
the
that
same with
event.
Lee Priest,
Yeah.
which it was funny. A lot of the younger guys didn't know who Lee Priest
Priest
was.
was.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's like, when I was growing up, like my uncles thought he was the man, and like we knew who he was because he was unfuckwithable during his time. Yeah,
Like my boy Hunter was there, and that was really who he wanted to meet and everything else and stuff. And I was just like, I know my boy Ian wanted to meet Jay, and like it's a good thing I know certain people and stuff in the industry and everything else, you know. But we got to meet him before Jay even got
really?
to his booth. Yeah, like we was over at Ruck's booth, him and another guy. You know, shout out to Sid out there. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
I have no
That's
idea.
my dog.
Fuck yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know who he
we
is,
was
but-
like, he let us know what time Jay was getting there, whoop de whoop,
That's
coming
sick,
through
yeah.
and stuff, and we all like hung out, talked with him and everything else. My boy Ian was just like, bro, I had to take it in for a moment, like. We really just got to meet him, have a whole conversation, hear another conversation about some business stuff and everything else. And I'm like, this was my whole Arnold experience, Ian. I just want you to know that, like,
Meeting Jay,
literally
yeah.
meeting people like this. Like, I'm like, this is my third time hanging out and talking to Jay. Like, he remembers, like, yeah, I met you at the last
This
one
is just
here,
my life.
and
Yeah,
then
this
I
is
saw
my
you
life.
I saw you at the Arnold and everything else. And I'm like, I've just accepted, like, I'm going to be a part of this and everything else. And I'm like, I'm glad all the people that are helping me, taking me these places, giving me these opportunities. But I'm not going to fangirl out here. And there's no reason to do that anymore
He's
because
just
it's
a
like,
dude,
I'm
yeah.
going to be a part of this community. It's just another person that's, you know, has life, has problems, has ups and downs like the rest of us and everything
And like
else.
with Jay specifically, people were like, they say that at the expo, like I said, he wasn't very friendly, but like his life is that all he knows is bodybuilding. I think he started competing at 17 or 16, something like that. He's in what, like early 50s now.
Right.
That's all he's done. Like that's. Do you know? Did you ever meet Miss Sherry at the gym?
Yeah.
So did you know about her and Jay, like how they knew each other? They grew up. They went to high school together, and her little brother, was Jay's best friend growing up, and
Oh,
so they
wow.
used to work out and train together.
Holy crap.
So to her, it's Jay.
It's just Jay.
It's Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Just
just
another
they grew up
person.
and that's Jay. So when they go back home, they see Jay's family. They know Jay's mom and Jay's, you know, his brothers and stuff, and his family farm that they had, and like that's Jay to her. And so like, of course, if he walks into the Olympus, everyone's gonna freak out. To
everybody
her,
going crazy.
she can just text him. She can call him. Like, hey Jay, you know, that's like,
Right,
nothing.
it ain't nothing.
You know who I wanted to meet really bad was Brian Shaw. That cause
I
the
didn't get
first video I ever saw about like the weight room or the gym, it was Brian Shaw's 20,000 calorie full day of eating. It's an old Mark Bell video. It's like 8 or 9 years old now, but it's the first ever video where I didn't. Because growing up, you know people lift weights, but you don't understand the nutrition side.
Side of
Like
it.
you
Yep.
see a lean guy, you think, okay, he probably eats
Nothing.
clean. Yeah, nothing.
You know, he really eat
You
nothing
don't.
at all.
I never understood like, oh, people eat and train to be mammoths like that. Like Brian Shaw's 6'9", 440 pounds. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, dude, like that's
ridiculous.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
6'9". That's. I mean, he could. His daps is probably like it's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
A solid person.
Yeah, it's like
That's my goal this year is
You'd be
actually
like,
go more
"Shit."
around and everything
Yeah.
else and like go around and just see
actually
everybody
meet.
else.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
'Cause there's cool people just
I'm
walking
saying that,
around.
but I'm gonna be like more in prep at that point. So we'll
Well,
see.
like,
I
Shane
get
Hunt.
so
Leave you
anti-
at the booth, G.
I get so antisocial during. Like I
at the
remember
booth.
last year, I was
Yeah.
like, I was sitting there, like I hadn't even done my first show yet.
You're under the booth? It's
No,
like,
it was
come
after.
on.
It was after OCB, and yeah, it was like a few weeks after, and I was literally like in the corner of our booth doing like, you know how like when you're like on Showtime when you're kind of getting ready to go on stage and you just kind of put your feet up and let your leg, let your feet. I literally was like this for like hours.
Yeah, like this.
I was like, I was not ready to talk to anybody. I was like,
You're at the expo. Cutler just walks by. You're like,
yeah,
fuck it.
yeah.
it's
I was just
fine.
like that. I was literally
I'll
just
meet
like-
him later. Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I saw him last year or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
was-
And everybody's
Yeah.
like, yo, I just got a picture with him. I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's
okay.
like, dude, people just walking around the expo. Like Shane Hunt. Do y'all know who that is in the powerlifting world? Shane Hunt's like a fucking.
I've heard the name.
He
I-
pulls like 980. He's like he's.
Jesus Christ.
I'll send you his stuff later. He's
do.
jacked. Like I mean, he's lean. He's diet. He's like 26. He squats in the 8s, sleeves. He benches close to 6 raw. I mean, he's just a monster. And he can do like double backflips and the split. He's like Juju. When Juju Mufu first came up and was big, he's like that, but a younger version. I think he's down in Texas or Florida, somewhere like that. But he's a monster. He pulled, I think, 805 or 800 for like a set of 4 at the Fit Expo conventional last year. He's just like, I ran into him in the bathroom and I was like, oh shit, that's Shane Hunt. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. He's just shirtless and shorts walking around the expo. It's like, okay, that's sick.
Yeah, that's dope. But yeah, you never know. Because, I mean, even like the Arnold, that's the exact same way. You'll run into people left and right. I mean, I look one way, here goes Goob. Here, look another way, here goes lean beef patty.
Because like we said, they're just people. They're excited to meet people too.
They're excited. They're having a full experience too at this bigger venue with all these people here. Have stuff there and stuff like that. And it's one of those things, like, if you're actually a part of these, come to these big events. Like, it'll make you love it even more. If you get the chance, take that opportunity to pull up. But let's wrap back.
Bring it back.
We will reel it back on in real quick, and let's talk about this tear you got there. You know,
my pec tear.
Yeah. So I was gonna probably ask my last question, but this will probably wrap into that question as well, though. So
pec tear, man. So we were, let me think, 2 weeks ago this Tuesday. Just normal training day. It was my upper day, which for me it's my first upper, which is chest, back, triceps. That's everything we hit. So I was on my first this is gonna piss me off talking about it. I was on my first exercise, incline bench. I set the incline. I don't like the incline benches we have, so sorry, Sean. I set them I set up my own in a power rack. So I can do a lower incline, and we were doing 315 for 4 sets. 4 sets of 315. On my third rep at 315, on my fourth set, I went down. And when as soon as I came off my chest, I did a little pause off the chest. I felt like a wet wash rag ripped across my pec. And so my instinct was which was stupid, but I had a spotter there and he caught it because I train with animals. Yes. So I train with monsters.
Too many people are going to just grab that.
I train with monsters, and so my buddy Gabriel, he just grabbed it and he was like, "Did you just tear your pec?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was in a tank top, so you could see it move. And I knew. Granted, I've been around. I've strained this one 2 or 3 times, so I knew exactly what it was. I was like, "Don't panic, I'm cool." So I hop up, I grab onto it, and I'm trying to feel like if my tendon's still in there or if it's detached. I couldn't tell, so I went up front and I was like, "Hey, Sean," and he was like, "Yeah, buddy." I was like, "I think I just blew my pec off," and he was like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "Yeah," and so he pulled me in his office and he helped me get my shirt off and he looked. He's like, "No, your tendon's in there, but there's definitely a hole. Like, you've torn it pretty good." So. I was like, "What do I do?" And he was like, "Well, the hospital's not going to do anything." And I'll get into that. I'll make that story quick if we're running out of time.
No, we're not running out of time.
Dude, we got this fucking hospital, dude. First off, okay, so I went to the hospital because I just needed something for the pain. Because it hurt. Like, I couldn't move my whole right arm. This arm was going tingly just from the impact, So I get all my stuff from the gym, which took like 30 minutes because I'm all flustered trying to find stuff. And everybody's asking me what's wrong. And like my pec's gone. So what's cool, I would say what's cool, we talk about the community. I went back there and my guys had taken the bar, they took all the weights off, they put everything back and they put the bench back. They cleaned everything up and they had my bag packed and everything on my bench ready to go. So that was cool. That was really sick. Yeah. So I got back there, I grabbed my bag, went to the hospital. I go and I'm holding this arm up because every time I let it go, I can feel this pec stretching. So I'm holding my arm up and I walk in and they're like, how can I help you? I'm like, well, first off, the security, like, empty your pockets. I'm like, shit, because I only have one arm, so I'm trying to dig. So I get to the desk. I was like, yeah, I just tore my pec. And he's like, how's your shoulder? I go, my shoulder's good. I didn't know that was going to be the start of an all-day event. No. So I'm like, my shoulder's good. And I sit and I'm holding my hand. I'm like, hey, do you have like a sling? He's like, what for? And I go, well, I'm holding my arm right now. Because if I let it down, I feel like my pec's going to tear more. And he's like, I guess, yeah, I have something. So he gives me a sling. They take me back there. I fill out my paperwork. They do my vitals. And he goes, hey, so how's your shoulder and elbow doing? I go, that's fine. There's a tear in my pec. And he's like, okay, we'll write it down. So they give me a room. The nurse comes in. She's like, so I hear you're here for shoulder and elbow pain. I go, well, no. That seems to be a common misunderstanding here. I tore my pec. She's like, okay, awesome, sounds good. We'll get the doctor in. Another nurse comes in and she's like, all right, so we're gonna take a look at your shoulder and your elbow. And I'm like, okay, where the fuck are you getting? Where is this coming from? Like, what did I do? What did I say that made you think?
I pulled my pectoral muscle.
Yeah, my pec is torn. And then the doctor comes in and he's like, all right, so we're here to do X-rays of your shoulder and elbow, right? And at this, I think they're fucking with me. I'm like, are you guys like? I'm like, dude, what's going on right now?
Where's the camera at?
I'm on like an episode of Black Mirror. I'm like, this whole time, is my shoulder fucked up?
Is it your shoulder?
Yeah.
Did I say shoulder?
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm looking at my elbow. Like, is my elbow fucked up?
Because they seem pretty consistent with this shoulder
Dude, the
thing.
doctor, he gets his 2 fingers and digs them into my pec. He's like, there's definitely a hole. I'm like, yeah. There is. There definitely is a tear. He's dude, hard into my fucking chest. Like, there's the hole. I'm like, Yeah. I'm like, that's right where it is. He's like, all right, well, we'll send you in for x-ray. I was like, I really don't need the x-ray. I just needed like an MRI or something just because the x-ray is not going to show the tissue. He's like, well, just to check out your shoulder and elbow. At that point, I gave up. So I'm like, all right, yeah, just bring them in. The x-ray lady comes in and she's like, all right, we're going to do 2 scans, one of your shoulder, one of your elbow. I'm like, okay, fine. And so we do it, and then I'm in there for like 45 minutes, and then another doctor comes in. He's like, all right, well, good news. Your shoulder and elbow aren't dislocated, so we got your paperwork. You're good to go. And he leaves. I go, hey, boss. And I yell it, and he comes back. He goes, yeah. I go, what about like the hole in my chest? And he's like, oh. Well, we'll send you a referral for like TOA, but for now you're good to go. And you know what's fucked up? I got home and looked at my paperwork. They gave me a packet for a dislocated shoulder and elbow, how to heal it, how to rehab it.
Oh my gosh,
bro. These hospitals are just so greedy, bro. Like,
and you know what? I called TOA and they're like, honestly, like they're like, we don't even know why you went there. I'm like, I don't either. I just thought you get hurt, you go to the hospital and they help you. I was way wrong. Yeah, I was terrible. Way off. I would have gotten better results going to a Walgreens, I think.
Maybe.
Walking in and being like, hey, dude. Or walking in somewhere like a Hardee's. Like, dude, I just tore my pec. Does anyone here know how to help me? Right. I get more help there than at the hospital.
At least they'll actually listen to you.
Yeah, they'll give me a bag of ice or something. Yeah, they'll give me a bag of ice.
Yeah, they were not trying to hear torn pec. It was like shoulder and elbow.
Yeah.
If they just saw the sling and it was like, oh, maybe it's that.
As soon as I walked in, they were like, his shoulder and elbow is fucked up. And I was like, but it's not. Like,
they was like, we don't want to actually work. We just want that insurance check.
Yeah,
that's what it. That's
how
what
many
it was.
X-rays can we get today? And it's like, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that. And digging your fingers into the hole in my chest.
Yeah, like
yeah, that's how the pec tear happened. So now I can still flex it. And like this last week, I did some like really light just mobility, but I can still train upper body. You know, nice. Even though Landon doesn't think, I can still train legs. Even though Landon thinks I don't, I can still train my legs. But yeah, I can still. It's you'd be shocked. It's weird how many movements you would never think recruit that pec that do. Like I was trying to do an overhead tricep extension, that upper pec lights up.
Yep.
Stuff that you don't even think about. So like side lateral raises.
Yep.
That pec starts to flip. Yeah. So I have to be really, really selective, and I can't do any lat pull downs, which sucks. So that's like my favorite one to do. So I'm having to find like. Cleve helped me yesterday, Cleve and George. I was like, how can I hit my lat without doing like a pull down? What's another vertical I could do? And so they showed me like a whole list. There's, again, the community. They showed me like 4 or 5 different rows just to help me keep that upper back and lat developed for the next 10 weeks.
Nice. See, they always come through.
Just ask. All you got to do, yeah. Just ask.
Exactly.
That'll be Bryson 3. Just ask. Yeah.
There we go. We're getting them all filled in. We're slowly just picking them out. Here we
just
go.
Ask,
and and if you tear your pec, don't go to the hospital.
If you go, unless you dislocate your shoulder or elbow, don't worry about it. Or maybe if I walked in with a dislocated shoulder, like, so you tore your pec? Like, what the fuck's going on right now? Yeah,
that's what you should have said. You should agree. It's like, yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah, you know what? I sneezed real hard, and now my elbow and shoulder hurt. So I don't know what.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. But
I got the whole speech about how I shouldn't incline bench, and like how I shouldn't lift weight, like how I should stop lifting weights. Yeah,
think of that.
Well, it's like people were asking me like at the gym, like, how are you? Like, were you mad, or like how did you feel? And it's like, well, no, I mean, I did it. Like every time, like that's another piece of advice I heard. Like anytime, especially powerlifting, I've had 925 pounds on my back. If you can accept, like every time you go in the weight room or any workout, you could fuck yourself up for life.
Yeah. Facts.
Like it doesn't matter if it's a hack squat, just a barbell squat, a Bulgarian split squat. Like any workout you do, you could fuck yourself up for life. So it's like it's a risk. Literally, we all take. That's why we have to sign when you join the gym. You have to sign a
So
of course, I'm not going to be mad or throw a fit or just, well, this is going to suck. I know it's going to heal, and then hopefully it's going to heal back stronger than it was before. And if not, then I guess I'll just tear it again, and we'll do this again. Then we'll do this again. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll skip that step.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Let's go straight to TOA. You know?
I'll just call it TOA. Like, look, man, I'll call you guys.
I'm back this time.
Time to schedule this again, guys. Same one. Everything else. I've already been through it. Let's run it back again.
No shoulder. No shoulder.
I have these shoulder and elbow X-rays if you need them. Yeah. Like they were kind enough to give these to me, but
I don't know if these are gonna help at all, but
right, 1000%. I get it too, and it's like, I mean, I jokingly say, you know, when I'm going under some heavy weight and stuff like that, if I die, I die. I mean, I jokingly say it, but I mean, it's one of the things serious. I've accepted a long time ago. Like, Nah, you can have all the different safeties, all of the people spotting you and everything else, but if something goes wrong, it can go wrong. And I tell people that all the time. It's just like there's ways, there's precautions you can take and everything else to do it right. Like
But
see
you
the
never
big,
know.
You never
you
know,
never know.
yeah.
You know the worst part of that injury though? It's the one set I didn't record. Because the first 3 sets moved so good, I told my spotter, we don't need to record it. Because these last 3 sets are perfect. Pause reps, 315. I'm strong. No, I should have. I wish, because then at least, not even for like a video, just so I could see what, if one shoulder flared or my elbow flared, if I came untucked, because I don't know
Like what happened?
what happened. Like if I could see, like, okay, that's where I need to work on, like my rear delt or something. Like that's what happened. But no,
Nothing.
I just had to be confident
Sadly,
that day.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's the worst of it. But I will say, and moving on to my last question, you know, I've said it several times to everybody that's been on the pod and everything else. It's like, what at the time you thought was your biggest setback, but ended up being your biggest blessing?
That was easy.
So.
So right before I started my personal training career, I was 21. So last year. So last year. Last year.
Gotta remind us.
Yeah. I have it when my mom picks at me because I have a bad habit of talking like I've lived so much. But it's like, she's like, Bryson.
You're like, it was actually last year, yeah.
She's like, in 1999, you didn't exist. I was like, that's fair. I was like, yeah. She's like, in the year 2000, you weren't around. I wasn't born until 02.
You didn't even know what the 2000.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude. I wasn't born until 02. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
By the time I came around, grunge music
old.
was dead. Yeah, the Spice Girls broke up. Like it's like, but dude, Justin Timberlake was a solo artist. Like I
You just
I
an
missed.
old soul.
Yeah, I missed the whole
old soul.
like.
You weren't just an
But
old soul
to
like
go
me,
back to your
dog.
question, so I was working. I've always worked like shitty, just dead end jobs. I've done construction. I've done supplement stores, grocery stores. Like because I didn't graduate high school. I had to leave school to work and leave school I was getting in just too much trouble. My mom pulled me out. So I knew that I loved the gym and I knew that I wanted that to be my career, but I didn't know like how am I gonna make any money doing this? And people would ask me and they would tell me like you're never gonna make money off this lifting weights thing. You're never gonna make a career off of lifting weights. And I remember it was New Year's 2024. I was working for my aunt's boyfriend. He's the CEO of Just Love Coffee. I was working I was a corporate manager for Just Love Coffee. I was making good money. I wasn't there very long, but I remember like I woke up one morning to go to work at like 3:30 in the morning, and I had like what I classify as like a full like mental breakdown, because I was like, I'm 21. I was like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not working where I want to be. I'm not making anywhere near enough money to like survive in the world because everything was so expensive at the time. And I called and I quit my job. No call, like I just called and quit at 4:00 in the morning on a Monday.
Man.
So I called and quit, and like no shame in this, I was just sobbing like a child. Like I lost my goddamn mind because I was like, my life's over. Again, I'm 21 years old thinking my life's over. It's so ridiculous, but
That is the world we live in nowadays, though, and it's like if you're not by like 21, you don't have it all figured out. You're out here making 6 figures a year and everything else. They make you feel like.
Well, for me, it's like I've been competing since I was 16, and I'd grown up around the gym, and I had all these idols that were making. You know, my goal is never going to be a pro or to be one of the best bodybuilders or powerlifters. My goal is to own like a coaching business and a training business, and I want to make equipment. That's one thing I want to do. Is like I want to own a gym and make gym equipment. That's something I want to do. So I knew I was like, I'm not doing it, and I haven't taken any steps to do it. I just keep saying that I'm going to. So I quit that job, and dude, like all hell broke loose. My family was pissed at me because my aunt's boyfriend, they've been together forever, I just slapped him in the face. My mom is like, well, how are you going to pay to live? You don't have a job. And it's went on like this for a week. At the time, I had also just signed my contract with Dustin. So now it's like, well, fuck, how am I going to pay for any of this? I knew I wanted to be a personal trainer. I called him one night, and like I'll always hold this close. I called him one night, like 1 a.m. And I was like, Dustin, I don't know what to do. I know I want to be a personal trainer. I want to be in the industry. I don't know how to get started. Like, can you please help me? And he said, calm down. Let me see what I can do. I'll call you tomorrow. And he did. He called me. He was like, hey, I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to give you one session, one client. And if it was his girlfriend at the time, and he was like, if she approves you and she says you're good, I'm going to help you out. But if you suck, you're done. So I went in, I did the session, and I waited a day, and he called me. He's like, you can stay. And I started with one client. His name was Brad Rickman, and then I worked my way up to 50 in the first like 3 or 4 months. So it's like that was my darkest, like it was really, really bad because I was like, my life's ruined. And then it started personal training, and then that's kind of introduced me. I've gotten really close with Doug, and Dustin took me under his wing, kind of showed me the ins and outs of coaching and like how to run a personal training business, and Sean, and that was probably for sure like I thought I was fucked. And then it's opened up this whole world.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Brysolations 4. Just what's the Theo Von quote? Just ask her out. Just do it. No matter who she is, man. If she's a job or a new city, or if she's an opportunity, like just go for it. Like just don't let fear hold you. Because since I was 16, the whole time I was like, I could have started this whenever, like forever ago, but I didn't because I've been told my whole life, like I said, even to this day, like you're never gonna make any money off this lifting weights thing. And like now I am.
Look at me.
And it's like, yeah, now I am. And it's not where, trust me, I'm going to do way more. Like, whoever's watching, like, you will not, like, you're not seeing the end of me anytime soon. Like, this is going to, like, I'm just getting started in this. Like, I'm going to coach and everything. It's going to happen. But it's like, I started. And it's been this whole, I wouldn't trade this past year. Like, all the ups and downs, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And that is the hardest part, just starting. I mean, like me, it's like I'll pick faith over fear and everything else. Just take the risk and everything else. It's how I started my business. It's like I have this money. It's something I want to do. I want to be a part of this industry. I took the risk, and here we are years later. I didn't expect to be where we're at now doing these things, but I did it. I took that opportunity, and now I'm taking this moment to like, all right, let's bring whoever on that wants to come in and tell their story and give them the spotlight so more people can understand where they're coming from, what they've been through, and what they're trying to do and stuff like that. So I'm a part of your journey from here on out and everything else. You know, we'll be always here for you if you need any kind of help and stuff like that, dog.
Much appreciated. I still have your hoodie. Still there, yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, like saying and all, it's like whatever you need on this journey, you know, holla at us. I'm always glad to help and do what I can and stuff like that. So, man, it's been great. Thank you for coming on, having us. Thank you, having you on and just telling your story and everything else, man. I enjoyed it. G, do you have any questions before I close her on out or anything like that? Anything you want to say too?
I feel like I did pretty well.
We and him talk pretty. I trained him. I trained you how to be a trainer for a night. Yeah, so that's I know him.
Yeah,
you know what's gonna be cool though? I was telling Gerard, you should get an episode with Landon, just him, and then do another one of me and him together.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
That'd be chaos, dude. That'd be chaos.
That's just like Zane's, like wanted Carla to do an episode and then have both of them on at the exact same time.
You understand though? Me and Landon spend 12 hours a day locked in a gym together.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. These are 2 episodes. I can't wait. It's like it makes me want to go out and spend the money and get everything else we need to have that set up.
Yeah.
But I know I still am like, we're not there yet, Matt. Don't rush it. You've rushed enough stuff. You learned enough lessons from rushing ahead of time. You need to be.
Because he is my best friend, so I hype him up. But and when it comes to like work ethics, no one at Olympus, I don't care pro or not.
He's different. Oh man,
I don't care pro or not. Nobody outworks him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No,
I have all of the 3 of us. I'll say all of us have a great work ethic. I know I'm very proud of mine. You're proud of yours. I'm sure you're proud of yours. It doesn't come close. It doesn't touch it.
When I was going into the OCB and like the GTV shows last year, I was like, I'm not usually like this person's ahead of me or whatever. I was like, if I do what Landon's doing, I can win. Because I was just like, there's no Landon that's gonna be on the stage.
There's your next guest right there.
I was like, if I can catch up to Landon, I can win. Like I was always kind of like that was always my mindset the whole first half of last year.
Just blew that right at you. I'm sorry, but
it's all good.
He's gonna hear that. He's gonna give us so much shit for that. You better remember who you're talking to next time I say what's up to him. Yeah.
That man ego just.
It's like, man, I care about him. He's my buddy, so I hype him up. But I know I'm gonna have to pay for it. Like it's gonna, it's like.
I got several people. My boy Ian, that is him. They were like, Matt, why'd you tell him that? I'm like, because somebody's got to hype him up every now and then. But I know what it's going to do.
Like, pick it up. It's like, fuck, man, come on. It's like,
that's not nice.
Yeah, that's not nice at all, man.
Oh, me. Well, if y'all like this episode, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, tap in with us. We out here. Shout out all your socials and everything where people can find you. Get your training stuff.
There's one. And my Instagram is Bryson.Muniz. That's all I got.
It'll be tagged below.
There we go.
Tap in if you need a coach and stuff like that. And with that being said,
Powerlifting and bodybuilding. Just
Yeah, if you need a meal plan, because some people always ask me,
I am a nutritionist.
don't go to me.
Don't ever go to Gerard.
Go to Bryson.
voila, here you
go
go.
to me. Never go to Gerard.
Don't go to me.
Dude, don't even
The
like.
chickens will be in there.
Don't even think about going to. I don't know why the fuck you think about going to
don't do
Gerard.
that.
They look
Yeah.
at him. That's why they just
Yeah.
look at him and tell like, oh yeah, he's the one.
He knows.
I always
yeah.
just go like, I've had like multiple times like, make me a meal plan. I'm like, I'm never making you.
Well, before I got certified in it, they'd ask me, I'd be like,
I'm like,
and they're like, maybe I should get maybe I should go to school for this, and maybe I should do it. Yeah,
That's next on my list that I actually
yeah,
get them on
bodybuilding,
actual
powerlifting,
certification.
coaching. Just let me know.
Most definitely. Well,
Posing.
as always, I'll see y'all in the next one. God bless.
Right? But most of the time, people don't really realize that. A lot of people are going to sleep. A lot of people. There's a lot to sleep on, right? Maybe. It's about time we start giving people wake-up calls. So guess what? This one will be the first wake-up call. It'll be the first wake-up call. Very much if you've been sleeping now, make sure that you're